palaver. Let's get the show on the road.
Yes, good morning, everyone.
Yes, well, let's get ready to broadcast. Here we are.
Could we make that intro a little...
Take it down one notch?
A little less energetic?
Take it down one fucking notch?
Because it sounds like an amazing show.
It does.
It sounds like an amazing show.
It just leads up to listener disappointment.
and then you realize you're the guy.
Yeah. It's like, wow, these guys sound amazing. I can't wait to...
Oh, my God. These guys are radio legends. I can't wait to hear them.
Wait to hear this.
And then you're sitting there going, oh, that's right. We're the ones that got to talk. It's
like, I'm like, I told Opie, I go, shh, I want to hear these guys.
Right.
It's like Mario Batali serving you a bucket of shit.
It's real.
Yeah. Well,
thank you, Stacey Keach, the new voice of the Opie and Anthony channel.
I love that Stacey Keach voice, man.
Now that we're a media destination. Started off pretty good with Dean Cain.
Dean Cain.
That's right.
That's a good one.
We gotta keep it up.
Yeah, he was very cool.
A lot of things going on. I want to say good morning to the knuckleheads.
Oh, the old knucklehead.
The knuckleheads are...
you a knucklehead.
They used to be called pests, but now that Search called them knuckleheads.
MC Search.
I want to thank MC Search for renaming our pests. They're now known as knuckleheads.
Now, we talked about Search's show.
Well, I want to thank you for bringing it to the radio program yesterday.
I am fully involved and obsessed.
Pretty amazing.
We talked about it, and now, much like in October, when we talk about a radio show, we kind of know that the fans do go to the Facebook page.
Sure.
You know, we don't tell them to do it, but it's just become something that they do.
Right.
I had no clue that when we were talking about Search's show there, that's what the listeners were doing.
Right.
They were going to his Facebook page and posting horrific things.
Well, they were posting giant black cocks.
Oh, I saw that.
What?
He was on Arsenio last night. Right?
Oh, right.
He just tells the band, yo, little music.
Oh, no way.
I'm a freestyle.
Yeah.
So he freestyled about, like, Arsenio and his new show.
But I was thinking about it yesterday. We said he had 2 hits. I'm going back to 1.5.
That's it?
He was a 1.5 hit wonder. What is he talking about?
I have no fucking idea.
He's really pumping up what his career was.
I think he is.
He had Pop Goes the Weasel and the Weasel Goes Pop. By the way, Henry Rollins played Vanilla Ice in that video.
Oh, did he? Oh, I didn't know.
Someone told me that, and I didn't look it up.
Might be fake.
I hope that was real. Because I just fucking hijacked someone's tweet.
Oh, boy.
Hijacked it, made it my own. Motherfucker.
Yeah, so I guess so somebody tweeted and brought it to Search's attention that his Facebook page had some blue material on it.
Some blue.
Blue material. He used the word blue.
You might want to take a look. It's a little blue.
And then MC Search retweeted it.
The Twitter said,
yeah,
love the talk show. Keep keeping it real, but your Facebook page had some weird stuff on it. A little blue for my taste.
Yes, a little blue for my taste.
One of our listeners.
Of course, because he says keeping it real.
Yeah, this guy isn't watching Search's new show.
No,
okay?
He's quoting Denny.
Right.
And then MC Search tweeted back, "Thank you for bringing it to my attention. That was added by some knuckleheads with too much time on their hands."
Well, he's got to say something. I mean, he can't go, yeah, I do
Enjoy.
stink.
Enjoy.
Yeah, those guys are right. I should be killed.
Also be careful, because DJ Who Kid is all about Search.
Is he?
I saw him tweet saying, congrats on the new show,
shit.
brother man.
MC Search is very well respected in the hip-hop community.
If I may...
For what reason?
He keeps it real.
And he kind of discovered Nas.
He did,
he's a pretty legit...
He's not legit because he's not from the streets. Like
he's from
that's
the
his
streets.
first line.
Went to the Fame High School, didn't he?
Huh?
Went to Fame High School.
Yeah, that's what we talked about yesterday.
If I may quote DJ Who Kid, I believe he says, MC Search is my nigga. I think he says that.
Right, that's a direct quote.
That's a direct quote.
Nice, I like that.
DJ Who Kid.
Like
DJ
that.
Who Dad. DJ Who Dad. Stupid lady die. So he called everybody knuckleheads. I guess.
Knuckleheads.
Yeah.
And then he was on Arsenio last night.
Okay, now we get to the Arsenio.
It was a love fest, I got to tell you. They hugged like young lovers.
Right.
And I guess Arsenio.
I guess if a has-been sees another has-been, you got to hug it out.
It's like when school bus drivers pass each other.
Right.
They give the little wave, you know?
The has-been
It's
wave.
The has-been wave.
And we're not above that, I know. One day we'll be in the street and we'll be hugging it out with some other has-beens
Hugging
ourselves.
it out. Just hugging it out. And, so he comes out, and then he brought it to everyone's attention that apparently he was on the original Arsenio Hall show back in the day.
Right.
Many times.
Right.
Like many times. Third base?
Third base.
Third base was not ace of base. Third base. So it was just a schmaltzy, maudlin ass-lapping
Nice.
of Search and of Arsenio.
How is that Arsenio Hall?
I was going to say it's the worst show on television, but since Search came on, I'm not sure. It's unwatchable.
I got to be honest. I thought they canceled Arsenio Hall because you don't hear anything about it. I know
There's
he was
no
starting up his talk show again, and there was a lot of hype, and then nothing. So I just assumed that they fucking got rid of it.
There's no buzz. The guests he gets are, I'm sure he got this because it's on the same channel here in New York, WPIX.
Right. What, is Search a big get?
Search is a big get, yo.
Do you think he really improv the song, or he had some of the lines before he went in?
Oh, God.
It's so bad. I don't know. It's just, it's bad. Yeah. I don't know. I was watching this,
embarrassed?
and I was douche chilling out. I couldn't even look at Beavis. I was that embarrassed. I'm like, very embarrassing.
Before we get into it,
beef.
do you want a little MC Search appetizer?
What is that?
What is that?
Well,
That's right.
This is Search talking to Arsenio, going from ratchetness to righteousness in 60 seconds.
Yeah,
I do remember that.
We have to hear this.
That way it brings everybody on board with who MC Search really is.
Did he find that A yet?
No, he's been searching for it.
He's searching
He's
for
still
it.
searching for the A to spell search properly.
And of course, I mixed it up and thought it was MC Reach because he was going to reach people with his show.
Right, yeah.
And then it was pointed out to me that without the A, it's Wretch. Right. It's DJ Wretch, and I don't think he would like.
Well, he doesn't
that.
want his audience saying bitches and hoes and all that.
No.
And he's up in his game. He's wearing a suit and tie. So how about you add the A to your name?
He ain't about that.
So kids nowadays could figure out how to spell search properly.
Because I did also see him on the WPIX News at 5 last night.
Oh, what?
And
done every show?
I am obsessed.
You're a stalker.
Now.
You're
I
like
am.
a stalker, Anthony.
I can't stop watching this
You're gonna
guy.
sleep on like-
You're a bigger fan of him than Mancow.
You're gonna sleep on his couch at his house?
Maybe I'll get that lucky.
Are you gonna bake him some cookies? Bring him over?
Yeah.
Welcome him to his new show.
Welcome. Yeah, he was on that, and he was talking some truth.
Some more truth.
Yeah, a lot of truth.
Realness.
All right.
Yeah.
I think we could all handle a little truth.
Well, that's part of the thing. It's like calling people bitches is more ratchetness.
Well, he said he's like Dr. Phil from the streets.
What streets?
What?
I don't know.
He's not from the streets. He's got Jewish parents that sent him to a privileged high school.
When Arsenio brought that up at some point last night.
Oh, he did?
He brought up the fact, he goes, now you're a conservative Jewish guy. You grow up with your parents there. And his accent immediately changed back to
Right.
Jewish white guy. Oh, yeah. He could switch that accent.
He's not fooling anyone.
Picture him just putting on a different jacket depending on who he's talking to.
that'd be
He's
great.
putting on a jacket
That'd
for
be
the black
great.
guy and
Right.
a jacket for the white guy.
And then yesterday on his show, Search, at the end, he did his Search 60.
Yeah.
And he uses the same quote every day about with his wife.
Ew.
As my wife, Chantelle, says... Yeah, and it was the same quote.
Well, he likes saying his wife's name because Chantelle means he's married to a black woman, and he likes broadcasting.
He likes letting everyone... Oh, does he love letting people know?
I like that shampoo.
Chantelle?
Yeah, I love it.
Shampoo?
Keeps my
Yeah.
hair nice and shiny.
It is good.
Thank
It's
you.
good stuff.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Chantelle. I drink it. I drank some during New Year's Eve.
Some Chantelle?
I popped a good bottle of Chantelle.
And he means the fucking shampoo.
I had nothing left in the house.
Jesus.
Like Kitty
Drinking
Dukakis.
Sterno. Fucking Alga's.
Ooh, the amazing Sterno, the magnificent.
Let's listen to this 60-second clip, and then we do some freestyle with Search, and then hopefully we can move the fuck on from Search.
Never. Enough about Search.
But But he's everywhere because what? The show just started up?
Show just started. We're 2 episodes deep.
Has he wandered these halls yet?
No,
man.
and he's not everywhere. He's everywhere on Channel 11.
Oh,
Yeah.
I see. So they're all being forced to take the search.
Well, when Arsenio gave him the big plug at the end, it's never a good sign when you have to go, yo, check your local listings and time for times and channel. What?
He must not be on all of those stations.
No, they're still testing him out.
Right.
So he's in some major markets.
But the article I read said he did pretty well.
Because you can't not watch this.
Right.
It's so fucking bad. I'm obsessed with watching it now.
Didn't Danza do well for a while, too? I mean, Tony Danza for a long time did good.
And that was another disaster.
Yeah. Right.
But he loves he loves yelling out cities' names like Pittsburgh, Philly. He does that to people in the audience.
It yells at them?
He yells it.
He's a man of a certain age at this point.
That's another thing. It's like, oh, you shouldn't be spitting out some fucking freestyles when it makes your waddle under your neck shake.
Let's listen to this from Arsenio Hall last night.
Yeah.
A little freestyling.
Yeah.
No, this is not freestyling yet. Right now, it's just a little talking about going from ratchetness to righteousness.
Oh, all right. Let's see how you do that.
Oh, boy.
You've gone away and become a doctor, apparently.
Oh, yeah. Yes, well, I psychologically analyze people and find their Nama Sutras and their equilibriums and their prefrontal cortex, and then I just, I don't know what
See, we got people
bombing.
We got people
now. I don't know what I'm talking about.
Not a doctor.
That was just jibber jabber right there.
Can I tell you what the inside word on the show is?
Please.
That you're actually helping some people.
Arsenio, this is so maudlin. This is like everything a talk show is not supposed to be.
He's actually helping some people.
You actually help. It's 2 episodes deep.
The competition, that's who he's helping.
And I've never seen a head shaped like that before.
Arsenio?
It's like a triangle head.
He looks like Omar almost, doesn't it?
A little Omar going on there.
Looks like a diamond.
Yeah.
He looks like a newborn that got pulled out by the head. And it's still soft.
Yep. It's
What the
still
hell's going on with his head? Did he lose too much weight? Is that what it is?
I think he just got old.
He's very pointy.
Very.
There's a lot of points on his head.
I like how he said that the inside, that's what they're saying, like behind the scenes.
Yeah. The inside word. They're 2 shows deep.
Yeah. The public is saying it stinks, but your producers are saying you're really helping quite a few people.
Right.
He has less hair than he used to. That's why his head shape is so fucking bullet.
Well, he's not going with the fade anymore up the side.
But this guy's not keeping it real. That's
Opie.
that's the theme of the show. That he's
real.
different because he's keeping it real.
Because he's from the streets. Come on.
All right.
Yeah.
Some people. Because a lot of these shows entertain us, and we love to see people punch each other and pull each other's top off. But I hear you're not doing as much of that, and you're actually helping some people by the end of these shows.
Yeah, no, when this opportunity came back to me, I wanted to say I'll have conflict on the show. Because everybody wants to see people argue and complain, but if we can't get to resolution, then I don't want to do the show. My friend Ebro from Hot 97 says we go from ratchetness to righteousness in society. And that's what the show is.
Pause.
Come on. Right?
So uncomfortable. We saw most of an episode yesterday. So you're trying to tell me the black kid that's 22 with 4 different girls with 6 kids is now doing the right thing?
By the time the credits rolled, it was all about righteousness.
And so that guy's now doing the right thing.
Righteous.
Oh, okay.
And he did say, I respect you as a father for fathering those 9 kids.
Fathering those 9 kids. I respect you as a father.
He went from boring to dull. That was his transition.
Somebody also said yesterday, because we were trying to figure out who he looked like, and we figured it was a chubby Joe DeRosa. Right. But somebody also said Bubba Ray Dudley. There's a little Bubba Ray Dudley in him.
That's funny.
Perhaps.
There's somebody else, though.
Yeah, there is.
It's driving me nuts.
Yeah, I can't figure it out either.
And what's going on in Hot 97? If he gets to go to a station like Hot 97 that are actually saying you're going from ratchetness to righteousness, and they're kissing his ass?
They love this guy. He is hip-hop. He got respect back in the day.
I think the paper had a lookalike.
Did they?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
I gotta find it. I thought I saw that this morning. Where was it? Where was I looking?
Pick up your worksheets.
Oh, boy.
Turn to page...
I saw it somewhere.
Yeah.
Go this way. Oh, okay. There's an uncanny resemblance between newly minted Channel 11 talk show host Search and 60s parody king Alan Sherman.
Oh, really?
Who the fuck's Alan Sherman?
I thought you were goofing. The paper really did he looks like somebody.
Oh, yes. Sorry. Yeah.
Wow, that's amazing.
This guy, Alan Sherman.
Oh, shit.
He looks like Alan Sherman. He does look like Alan. I don't really know Alan Sherman.
I don't either.
That name sounds a bit familiar.
But he's got the hairdo,
But who's Alan Sherman?
Glasses.
What is he known for?
He's known for keeping it real, apparently.
Maybe we should get Dennis Falcone to...
Oh, Alan Sherman? I remember Alan Sherman.
What do they say about Alan
guy.
Sherman?
Very funny stuff.
Oh, he did Hello Mudda, Hello Fada.
Oh,
Camp
God.
Granada.
Keeping it real at Camp Granada. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That guy. All right. Back to Search, keeping it real.
Yeah. Here it is on Arsenio.
That's what the show is. Because I want to get to the core of the problem. And it's from years of personal therapy. It's from 23 years of marriage to the same woman. It's from raising 3 kids. It's from all of that. And it's from years of marriage counseling and years of personal therapy and meeting people that don't have those opportunities, that didn't have that chance to talk to somebody and saying, whoa.
What kind of great marriage is that? If it's 23 years of marriage counseling and therapy, and then you're quoting her at the end of your show.
Just the therapist just kept telling him not to drop the N-bomb every 2 seconds.
At the end, it's like my wife Chantelle says, fuck me better or I'm going to leave you.
It's just, I can't live in that world. Obviously, we can't live in that world.
So alien.
Arsenio Hall knows he's just bullshitting and that he's just trying to do a Jerry Springer show because that's the type of TV people like during the day.
Exactly.
He's not doing anything different.
The set looks exactly like Maury or Springer or any of them.
It's a Springer show.
But
yeah.
With a DJ set up in the background.
Yeah, did you notice that picture? There's a DJ set up in the background, just in case he wants to scratch a little.
And what? They'll do a little freelancing?
Freelancing. He did do a little freelancing, freestyling.
It's freelancing.
Yeah.
He's more of a freelance guy.
Oh, he's not done with his summation of the show?
Talking about ratchet hose.
Yeah.
And whoa. That looks familiar, and I can tell you where that's coming from. Let me tell you where it's coming from. Let me break it down for you real quick.
Break it down.
And get to that point.
All right. Nobody is watching this dumb show.
And that's the clip Arsenio uses to push his show?
Oh, no. He's got him freestyle.
Hold on.
That's the clip.
Greg in Brooklyn wants to add something here. Greg.
Good morning, gentlemen. I'm just curious. Yesterday I go to sleep. I hear about Search. I wake up and fucking search shit again.
You're right.
Fucking destination, my fucking ass. Fucking suck it.
Hey, as a media destination, we got to be all about the new shows out there.
This is brand new.
Because he's a media destination as well.
Yeah. Stop this shit. Stop the fucking repeat. Stop it.
Are you from the mean streets of Brooklyn?
You're not in bitches by.
All right.
Thank you. I thought you had more on Search. You don't really.
Moron.
He's all right.
All right, here he is. A little freestyling.
It's freelancing.
We're hear him freelance on the Arsenio Hall show.
Got his own show.
What did he makes it look like, look how good I am.
He told the band, you know that thing you was doing before with the 4 on the 8 and the fucking...
No, he didn't.
Oh, he did. But that was when they were sitting in the Nas, the Nas spot, they call it.
The Nas spot?
Yeah. See, Arsenio's got the couch, right? And the desk. And some guests go there. But then he's got something that, just a little inside thing they call around the studio, the Nas spot. And it's where Nas performed right there on the show. And they put a couple of seats out there in front of the band. That's where you talk with your musical guests and your hip hop guys and you guys that keep it real.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right.
So the band has to just stand behind you?
Yes.
And try to fake laugh at your jokes while the cameras are out? How
I
embarrassing.
was trying to look at every black member of the band and see if they were making any kind of sarcastic faces about Search. But they didn't, I'll be honest.
And then does he say, hey, let's start as if they didn't rehearse and the band didn't know it was coming?
Yeah.
Well, we understand there's got to be some showbiz.
Little freestyle.
We understand there's a little showbiz happening.
Not when you're keeping it real.
That's true. If you're keeping it real, it's not about showbiz.
People are saying that Search's wife is really hot.
Oh, yeah?
Is there a picture of her online?
I saw a quick picture the beginning of the show, they show her.
Chantelle.
And the kids to reinforce the fact, like, hey, come on. Married a black chick.
I think he married her in '92 when he was really famous, didn't he?
Yeah. About that shit.
Where's the Chantelle? She the white Chantelle or the black Chantelle that's popping
She's
up?
pretty if that's her.
She's a black chick, yo.
Yeah, she's black, definitely.
Black chick, yo.
No.
Just put search wife Chantelle.
And then image that shit.
MC search.
Image that shit. Let's see what comes up.
Yeah, is that how y'all? What up? Oh, this site be fronting.
She's hot.
Okay.
Yeah, she's hot.
He's doing aight. He's doing aight.
He's doing aight.
Very lovely.
That's some Pop Goes the Weasel pussy.
Yeah. Yeah, that's definitely his Pop Go the Weasel pussy. That's good.
It's just a dumb novelty song. He did one novelty song.
Yeah.
You think around '95 she started like knocking on his bedroom? Like, are you writing at least? Like, are you working on another one?
Yeah, is this something?
She was hoping that was going to be the springboard for an amazing career in music.
She calls Bismarck E's wife. What happened? I don't know. They just got lazy, I guess, after '93.
What's wrong with these guys? That's funny.
Shit. All right, here goes.
I kind of want to show them the mind that I enjoyed 20 years ago. We got to make him freestyle, please.
Yes, absolutely.
Oh, he's so eager to do it.
Those last 8 bars that you were doing for the hate.
Arsenio Hall is so unwatchable. He's such a fucking phony.
He's so fucking phony.
Just be yourself.
I want you to, like, everything's important and profound and off the top of his head.
But he's not in touch with the room.
No.
Because then he goes to the, you don't mind that, right? It's like, shut up. They're already clapping.
I didn't like how Serge didn't even pretend to debate it.
Right.
Would you be willing to? Yes, I would. He was like John Candy. Shut up. Okay, sir. That's where he looks like Dewey Oxburger.
He does look like Dewey.
A lot of pizzas.
Go back to the beginning, because Arsenio's over the top fucking, he's acting, basically.
Show them the mind that I enjoyed 20 years ago. We got to make him freestyle, please.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yo, those last 8 bars that you were doing for the hate.
Or can he
do that?
Can he? You want to?
Oh, I don't need a mic.
You don't need a mic?
No, I'm good.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I'm good.
You don't need to hold it real close.
No, I'm good.
Oh, well, go, Serge.
20 years ago, I was on Arsenio, and now I'm back here talking about my talk show with a whole lot of good-looking people like that white boy with the blonde hair. How you doing, son? What's good with you, kid? Yo, I hope you watch my show, and I hope that you live a positive life. And shout out to my wife who's backstage, hoping that I don't flip or go knife. Cut up. Let me shut up for a second real quick and just come back up and, excuse me, let me rhyme again. It's my time again to drop dimes again. Oh, I stuttered, but I'm still butter. Don't think nothing bad, this bad mother. Shut your mouth. No cursing, no rehearsing. This is just plain searching. Arsenio.
All right.
Oh, my
It's Bob
God.
Kelly rapping. It's Bob Kelly rapping. Do you have the Bob Kelly clip?
I hate the Bob Kelly clip.
Do you have the Bob Kelly clip?
Yes.
All right, hold on, though.
Yeah.
Play the first 10, 15 seconds again, and then we're going to play the Bob... Bob Kelly raps just as good as Serge. And we hate Bob Kelly rapping.
That was so fucking embarrassing, was that?
You didn't like that?
Oh, it's terrible.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh.
Travis, you got it. Hold on.
One second, hang on.
Yeah, no worries. It's Bob Kelly rapping about our show.
Oh, yeah.
When he freestyled or freelanced.
Freestyle.
All right. Should we play this while Travis is getting the...
Yeah, I don't know where half this shit gets moved.
Is Eric around?
Yeah, hang on.
Yeah, can we hear him trudging down the hall? Any trudger?
Oh, trudger.
Well, Eric has his own system. Or we can play. We can play Search at least. Play a little bit of the Search again.
Search.
8 bars that you were doing for the hate.
Yeah.
Do that.
Can he?
You want to?
Oh, I don't need a mic.
You don't need a mic?
No, I'm good. I'm good.
Are you serious?
I'm good.
Steve Earle on the drums. So uncomfortable.
Well, go, Search. 20 years ago, I was on Arsenio, and now I'm back here talking about my talk show with a whole lot of good-looking people like that white boy with the blonde hair. How you doing, son? What's good with you, kid? Yo, I hope you watch my show, and I hope that you live a positive life. And shout out to my wife who's backstage, hoping out I don't flip or go knife. I mean, cut up. Let me shut up for a second real quick and just come back up and, excuse me, let me rhyme again. It's my time again to drop dimes again.
All right, enough?
I stuttered, but I'm still butter. Don't think nothing about this bad mother.
I stuttered, but I'm still butter.
This guy's
no
good.
No cursing, no rehearsing. This is just plain searching. Arsenio.
Yeah.
And now it's going to sound very familiar because Bob Kelly did this for us one day.
Ready? I'm hanging on the show with my friend Ant and Greg. We all of a sudden start to eat eggs. We put them down and talk into the mic. Because you know we don't like to fuck the dice. We like pussy. And it's got to be juicy. Don't laugh at me, Anthony, while I'm on the mic. You might not know how to fuck a dyke. I'll say it twice. You don't give a shit. Opie has a smile that makes you go, wow. Anthony has hair that makes you go,
Yep.
Opie has a smile that makes you go,
cadence.
wow. Anthony has a cock that makes me go, dude, fuck you. What? You know, and that dog you had is a fucking mutt. Opie had the right moves because the steak was on the floor and the potatoes weren't there no more. So he killed that motherfucker rough. But you know what?
It's nothing any better or worse.
Exactly. That's my point.
Yeah.
Bobby's is more entertaining, actually.
Right. And actually, he's coming up with stuff. Half of the search rap was...
Yeah.
Well, half of the search, freestyling was actually material. He went
little
with
chunks of...
Little chunks that he already had.
Yeah.
He's butter.
Yeah. He's butter.
Butter.
He might stutter. He stuttered, but he's still butter.
All right, we'll keep tabs on his search. Where is he going to pop up next?
Oh, yeah.
Somewhere on Channel 11.
I'm on it.
You're on it, obviously.
I am all over this new search show. I don't know why I enjoy things that, just make me, cringe like that.
I think a lot of people like that.
Yeah.
Every fan of this show.
One of my favorite stupid things to do, I wake up early on the weekends because of what we do, and I watch the local news. I go from channel to channel to channel. It is so douchey, but I can't get enough of how unbelievably bad it is.
You just have to keep watching. I don't get it.
It's just so much fun.
Yeah.
Because for some reason, people just don't want to be themselves. They feel like if they're on TV doing local news, they have to fit into some weird, role.
Yep.
I don't know. It's unbelievable to me.
Is Arsenio giving them the double guns there?
Of course he is. Yeah. You got it after a freestyle.
He kind of bent back a little, bent his legs, arched back a little, and then he goes, pew, gave him the double guns.
Arsenio is just bothersome, though.
Oh, it's terrible. He's terrible.
Over the top.
I'm just waiting until I know I could watch Seinfeld at 11 again.
Oh, really? Oh, It took over for Seinfeld?
Oh, yeah. They pushed Seinfeld off to midnight.
Go watch Jerry's fucking Coffee and Cars with comedians or whatever the hell.
I've seen a few of them.
And cars getting
I've seen a few of them. I gotta watch the rest.
I was telling you guys about the Carl Reiner Mel Brooks one. It's fucking great. Travis turned me on to that episode. It's fucking great. Yeah. Mel Brooks is 85 and completely there. Yeah, still hilarious and telling just stories and just keeping the attention of the room.
Yep.
Unbelievable.
And to watch someone like Jerry just kind of, starstruck.
A childhood idol. I mean, Mel Brooks is a childhood idol of most guys.
Yeah. And Mel Brooks has never seen Jerry Seinfeld perform, but he doesn't need to, I guess. But you would think he would have by now. It's a great series. It really is. It's my first web series that I'm really into because I know a lot of people are trying web series and stuff.
You want to freestyle about it?
Well,
give it a couple.
All right. Oh, God. Fucking guy.
That's terrible.
It's just awful. I hope nothing happened during that conversation.
What do you mean?
Well, yesterday, a bunch of knuckleheads
might
have,
Yeah, leave the search. Leave the search alone. He's trying to keep it real.
He's just trying to keep it real.
Add the A to your name, you idiot. You're an adult now.
He's trying to keep it real.
You're a middle-aged man. Get the A in there so the kids know how to spell search.
Right. He's just
ruining. At least get that done.
He's ruining young minds.
That should be your first goal. Who's this guy?
He's actually from Jersey.
Intern. Right across the bridge.
Oh, he's the right across the bridge intern guy.
Mm-hmm. He looks like every college student that accidentally like rapes a stripper at a fucking bachelor party.
Yes. He has that look.
Yeah.
Yes.
Who picks these guys? E-Rock has a type.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
He has a type. The interns are all like that same guy.
Yeah.
Especially the male interns.
Yeah, E-Rock likes a guy that can massage him deep.
Deep tissue massage.
Those chubby shoulders. Strong man.
We're past phase 1.
What are you talking about? What happened?
MC Search's wall on Facebook is not public.
Oh, damn.
But he advertises, I'm going to be on the Insider tomorrow.
Oh.
And one of the comments is, Dennis Falcone has a big dong.
Oh, see, that has nothing to do.
It doesn't help
with
anything.
The Insider.
I was watching one of those shows last night. I don't know which one, and I'm being completely honest because they're the exact same show. Access Hollywood, Insider, E.T.
Yeah.
And, man, they had Tanya Harding on.
Oh, yeah, it was like 20
It's 20 years, and I think they're doing a 30 on 30 with her on, where's that, HBO, ESPN,
Kerrigan
whatever the fuck?
ESPN.
They have
ESPN?
Yeah.
Tanya Harding. She looks like a beast, first of all.
She's on one of those
and
shows.
And she is not apologizing for nothing.
She's on one of those shows, those clip shows there on,
yeah, but
Spike, I think.
Is it new? Because
nah, those ones where she, I think they do still film new ones. Yeah. They got like Willis from fucking, different strokes.
I couldn't get over her yellowing teeth.
Oh, you don't like? Yeah.
She's got yellowing teeth. I couldn't really.
She is the epitome of fucking white trash right there.
Dude, she is so white trash. She's even bigger than that because they're talking about how she got, a bit large.
I'd still bang. All I would want her to do is tell me about Jeff Galooly's big dick fucking knocking her out. Remember that porno she did where she sat on that 9-inch dick?
Right.
She was fucking hot.
She is skating in the old days.
She's got very icy eyes, man. There's something not right.
Think she's a kook?
Oh, boy. I think there's going to be a nice headline eventually.
What an amazing story that was. Just clobbering a skater's kneecapping a fucking skater.
And it's ice skaters.
And
it's not like football players or it's ice skaters.
Yeah.
That shit went down with.
Did that end her career, Nancy Kerrigan, or no?
That was pretty much
it. Yeah, I mean, that was her shot. I mean, and Tanya's a little pissed because, Nancy Kerrigan has no comments whatsoever.
She wants to get into a little beef.
Well, I mean,
She's only doing one interview for this, anniversary type thing that NBC has during the Olympics.
Calls her a cunt, and that's it.
Do we have any clips of what I saw last night? I should have told you guys.
Show it was.
I want to hear the original clip, too, that fucking when she got whacked.
Her screaming.
Why me?
Why? Ballsy move. Go in there and kneecap her.
Oh, yeah, it's
Jesus.
The fucking mafia of skating.
It really is.
Unbelievable.
Years ago, two skaters were vying for the Olympic team, Nancy Kerrigan and Tanya Harding, when suddenly Kerrigan was attacked. Well, tonight, all these years later, Tanya Harding talks to our partner network ESPN about that day and that event. And here's ABC's John Donvan.
It was art and grace and weightlessness. And then it was tabloid. 20 years ago, two working-class girls who had grown up into two world-class skaters, Nancy Kerrigan and Tanya Harding, both with a shot at Olympic gold. And then this. Someone went after Nancy Kerrigan, tried to break her leg, whacking it with a rod just above the knee.
Isn't that
Turns out that someone was hired by a certain Jeff Gilhooly, who was married to Tanya Harding. Well, everybody got caught. Harding was rounded up, too.
We're just anxious to talk to you guys.
Gilhooly with his porno mustache.
There'll be more in a few days.
Yeah, hopefully.
How are you feeling right now?
It's been a long week, but we're feeling okay.
I am.
Harding ended up pleading guilty to conspiracy, though to this day she says she only learned of the plot after the hit had happened on Kerrigan.
I never met or talked to, didn't even know the other persons that were involved. I mean, everything just, you get hit by everything all at once.
Oh,
and
God.
you just want to like crawl in a closet and say, go away, leave me alone, because you just don't know what's going on.
Kerrigan went on to win silver at the Lillehammer Games that year, and since then, neither woman has said much about it, which makes it a rare thing that Harding is talking now in a new ESPN documentary. Still angry about a sport, she says, where the judges always have their favorites.
There was one year that I had like a bright pink color that I made myself. I mean, it was really pretty. One of the judges came up to me afterwards and said, you know what? If you ever wear anything like that again at a U.S. Championships, you will never do another one.
So I had a woman's leg broke.
I said, well, you know what?
Did
if
she
you
understand?
can come up with $5,000 for a costume for me, then I won't have to make it.
Don't be cunty to
but
the
until
judges.
then, stay out of my face. And I turned around and walked off, and Diane was like,
she's a problem.
Oh, my God. But that's how they are.
She's hateable.
But
if it's not their way, it's the highway.
You're the
judges. But this isn't about that.
Yeah.
Right.
John Donvan, ABC News.
Apparently she was on Mr. Ed once.
Yeah.
Teeth, Nancy.
She's a problem.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That'll be a good 30 on 30.
Yeah.
She's a whacker.
Where's my 30 on 30 box set?
She did that porno, though.
I forgot it the other day.
Didn't her husband film it? That's why Jeff Gilhooly he filmed that porno.
I thought they said Galoo.
I said
it was always
Jeff,
Galooly.
Yeah,
Galooly,
it's just
right?
become Galooly. Fuck the way he wants to hear it.
Yeah.
Old Jeff Big Dick.
Yeah, exactly.
Jeff Delicious Cock.
Jeff Lucky. Remember Jeff Gift Giver? But I remember her riding that, and it was like their honeymoon video. It was really hot. It felt a hidden video. Even though it wasn't.
Yeah.
Pig.
All right, we should.
He rocked flying down the hall.
Terrible. I was commenting. Nothing there, Mr. Rock.
They were very nice to you as you were walking up the hall. There it is. I asked, and here it is. There's
video game shirts.
There's a 30 for 30 box set now.
Yeah.
Have you guys watched any of these 30 for 30s? They're really good, man.
I'm so not a sports guy.
Neither.
And I know there's those little twists and kind of unique stories about it, but
they pick really good stories. The No Moss one I loved.
Oh, Duran and Leonard, yeah.
Oh my God, it was great.
What's 30? Is it a half-hour show?
Yeah, on ESPN. No, it's more than that.
Most of them are 1 hour.
Yeah, I spoke out of turn.
What does 30 for 30 mean?
30 for 30 was originally they were doing 30 documentaries for the 30th anniversary of ESPN.
Right.
It was so successful that they just keep doing them now.
Yeah, I just said no, they're a lot longer than 30. Sorry.
They're full length for the most part.
Yeah, they're great.
I think, right?
I don't think you even have to be a sports fan to watch these.
No, that's what I'm saying.
It's like any documentary.
Oh. Yeah, they pick really good stories.
Well, Travis,
Bo Jackson
I
one
have to watch it now.
Yeah, the Bo Jackson one's great.
Bo Jackson one's great. The Islanders one is really good.
I didn't see the Bo Jackson one. Why is that one great?
It's just awesome. It's his story.
It's his story. He's got one of the best stories.
What is his story? I don't care if you give it away.
Bo knows.
He played a couple of different sports.
Sure.
But just
Probably
becoming
the
like
greatest athlete, ever.
But what happened to him after it all went bad? Does he have money and stuff? Do they talk about that?
No, but I don't know if he has money because back in those days there wasn't these giant contracts that people have now. But he
had some endorsement deals, though.
He makes like arrows for bows, like for archery.
He's an arrow maker now.
He's a great archery guy. I
would
know
hope so.
What they're called.
That's a little weird. See, that's why you got to watch these things.
Yeah.
Isn't that like what Indians did?
Awesome.
Yeah.
Makes him out of obsidian.
He was the heavyweight champion. Now he's a canoe hollower-outer. What?
Hollower-outer.
Fuck does
He's
that
happy. Like, that's what he does.
How the fuck does that happen? You're right. I guess you got to continue with your life, though.
Yes.
Yeah.
For us, we want him to be Bo Jackson forever, but eventually he's got to move on and do something.
You think coaching gets frustrating to watch all this young talent come up? Maybe some of these guys just want to be out of that life and not see it.
I'm sure. Mm-hmm. We got food in front of us. We're going to take a break and continue with some other things. Oh, you know what? Can we play the Mayor Menino thing going into break?
I Will Remember You?
Yeah, he was the mayor of Boston for 20 years, and he's finally officially done. He's done, man. I think Monday was his last day.
Goodbye.
After 20 years.
Yeah.
You outlasted Mayor Menino.
Me and Anthony started doing radio when he became the mayor of Boston.
And he just stepped in.
Holy
Jesus Christ.
And that
Crazy.
story was right before me and Anthony started doing radio together, the Tanya Harding thing.
I remember we were commenting on that shit like on the BAB show.
Yeah, because it was still happening.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was still happening when we finally started
And then it got a little
radio together.
overshadowed by, Another sports figure. Hacking apart his wife and a friend.
Oh, yeah, this was before the OJ.
I have the brain cancer. That's what OJ's saying now.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know if it's true or anything, but he wants to get out, so he's like, I have the brain cancer.
How much time does he have left? Before, like, minimum?
We saw him for a little bit.
A few years.
That didn't work out well.
No, they said.
They sent him back into his
fuck yourself, OJ. Back to yourself.
That oatmeal cookie story from last year is one of my favorite stories.
I know you murderer.
Yeah. do we have a clip from the oatmeal story?
Oatmeal.
If you got something that's relatively short, I want to hear.
It's a coincidence because now my brain is oatmeal.
Right. Oh, jeez. The guy got away with a double homicide.
He couldn't behave.
Idiot.
Yeah, he couldn't behave.
You think after you kill your wife and her probable young lover, you should probably just stay out of the fucking news for a while?
A little bit.
Maybe not fucking armed robbery.
Yeah, he couldn't help himself.
No.
Unbelievable.
No.
All right. So in honor of Mayor Menino, we played this as almost a throwaway the other day. I want to play it again. It's us. This is how we say goodbye to some people that we know from this radio show. Check it out. I see what Travis did there. First of all, this is one of my favorite Doors songs. Can we just play this?
Oh,
is this the loop? Oh, that's right. Aunt doesn't like the Doors. Little Peace Frog? No? Blood in the Streets? Nothing? Robbie Krieger is 68 years old today.
Who is that?
He is one of the guys from the Doors, the guitarist. He's only 68, my God. I saw him in that tiny little bar on Long Island. It had to be 20 years ago. He looked like shit back then. He's only 68.
That's a tough life right there.
I told you the story as Robbie Krieger doing Doors songs. Most of just instrumentals. I don't remember if he had a singer. I don't think he did.
Yeah.
And the Islanders were playing. It was a bar with a pool table. Just one of these shitty places. I think it's one of the shitty places you ended up playing at.
I wound up playing that place. Yeah.
It might have fit a couple hundred people tops, but we all had to stand around. There was a pool table. The Islanders were on, and there's Robbie Krieger of the Doors in the corner just playing. I'm like, what? This is fucked up because I grew up a pretty big Doors fan. And I think I told you that the TV was louder, so every time the Islanders scored, the place went nuts as Robbie Krieger's playing the guitar, and I'm sitting there like, this is so fucked up.
Yeah, you get done with a song to a polite smattering of applause, and then in the middle of him doing a song, people are like, yeah, because the Islanders are playing.
I couldn't believe it. I'm like, but he didn't give a fuck.
Nah, pay me.
He's seen it all. He's like, whatever, just give me my money. And then laughing Elvis in there because Elvis would have been 79 years old. It's not his birthday though, right?
What?
Today is his birthday?
Yeah, if he would have been 79 years old.
Okay, I got you.
They're saying theoretically someday he would.
Yeah, I guess.
If he was still alive, he'd only be 79. I say only because it seems like he's been dead our entire lives.
Yeah. What's the Elvis channel doing today? Something big?
Oh, Christ.
What's Graceland doing?
More great interviews, I hope?
Yeah, more great interviews. Remember those horrible fucking...
Can we put that on the docket that we have to check in with the Elvis channel? Can we go there now?
Yes.
Oh, let's go there now.
Where they talk to people that kind of knew the guy that sold the pair of shoes to Elvis.
They're running out of people to talk to because they're all dead, so they find these, like, obscure... Yeah, all right, you said it. Yeah, these obscure, out-of-the-way people that barely had anything to do with the guy.
Every story just kind of withers and dies on the vine.
Yeah,
I remember one time Elvis came in a Cracker Barrel. I thought he's probably going to get some eggs, and my cook said, I don't know about that.
Well, that's great. So when you saw...
Oh, they're just playing music right now?
Oh, it's the end of a song.
Oh, this is... All right, let's see what happens.
What a great story. The Jeeker, George Klein, Elvis's old friend, every Friday here on Sirius XM's Elvis Radio. I'm Big Jim, waking you up from Memphis in for Argo this morning. He'll be in later on this afternoon as we celebrate Elvis's birthday.
I remember as a child I used to hear...
Elvis had a million fucking songs.
Right. Yep. And that guy has a classic radio voice.
Oh, yeah.
Who was that guy? One of Elvis's friends just comes in and tells stories every week?
Every Friday.
They used to play that in the bathroom here. It would drive me nuts because, like Jimmy said, these stories were about nothing, and they would go on forever and ever.
I'd rather hear my own shit coming out of my ass.
They had a guy on that gave Elvis a pot when he was in the Army so he could cook soup or something, and they went on for 20 minutes.
Love to hear that story.
The guy made it sound like they were roommates or something in the Army and whatever, and it wasn't. It was just one of these things where Elvis just popped in because he needed I think it was a pot or a frying
got
pan.
a pot, I can cook
and they made 20 minutes out of it.
I've worked with you guys 20 hours a week for almost 10 years, and I could do 40 minutes of Opie and Anthony stories and I'd run out.
Right? Yeah. Exactly. I'm obsessed with it, though. Every once in a while, I'll turn it on just to hear this complete, utter nonsense.
Yeah.
You don't think the stories have strong, strong finishes?
They're all gone. The guys that have the real stories.
Hey, could you fill it up regular? Thank you.
Right.
And there I was.
One time at the Getty gas station.
Now, how much was gas back then?
Well, I got to tell you, I think it was 20 cents a gallon.
Wow, 20 cents. Now, did Elvis pay, or did the Colonel hand you the money?
I do believe it was the Colonel, but I can't be sure. I lost my mind 30 years ago.
That's exactly what the channel is.
Is this song almost over? The Elvis songs are short, right?
They are pretty short.
On. Huh?
It's still on. I'm
listening. Still on?
You're monitoring?
You're monitoring it. Nice.
Well, they give you who gives a shit facts like that anybody would like they think are inside. You know, when Elvis put a jacket on, if it was cold out, he'd button it. You know, I heard that, but I had never seen it.
Now, I saw him out in the cold once with an unbuttoned jacket.
Well, that's right. From time to time, he would do that.
Oh, man.
What?
Oh, man.
As we wait, because... Oh. Let's see. Come on.
They're going right into another song.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah. Well, it's Friday is the story guy.
I hate these songs. I mean, I like Elvis, but I'm not a fan of these. Now I bet it goes up. Oh, it did. Look at that. Wow. Now I bet it goes back down.
All right, let us know if they're telling Elvis stories from the past for his birthday. Also, don't forget about the Opie and Anthony podcast. We haven't been able to promote it in like 3 weeks, but every Wednesday we throw an hour out there for the people. And it's a lot of the archives that we just can't get to as much these days. But this one is a special one. We edited down the Super Show.
Oh, well, that's a good one right there. Come on.
We edited down the Super Show, and that is this week's podcast. So.
Dare we say, if you've never downloaded a podcast from us, that's the one.
Yeah, start with that one.
Start with that one. And
I believe it's on the docket to have Super Show 2.
Maybe you got a friend that doesn't really listen to this program.
Right.
And you don't even know what to tell them about it. There you go. That's a good introduction.
We just want to be in the podcast world, period.
Sure. Why not?
You know,
why not?
The podcast thing seems to be working for some people, so why not be in that world as well?
Hey, it's our friend Dean Kane there on Fox.
I see that. The links are on the Facebook page.
Yeah, on Facebook.com/ONA show, and it's on iTunes, and it's everywhere.
I still get tweets. How do I get the podcast?
What do they think?
I don't know. I don't know what happens with some of these people.
Just get any podcasting app for any phone and search Opie and Anthony.
If you have a smartphone, don't you know how to use it a little bit? I'm not the greatest at it, certainly, but I could get around
at least the basics, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I want to start listening to podcasts, so I just figured it out.
That's what you got to do. Figure it out.
Went into an app store and said, "Oh, okay, I got a Samsung. Let me see which one seems to work with my phone." Okay, sir, I'll download this.
You know what I also enjoy? The tutorial. Boy, do I love a good tutorial when I'm trying to figure some shit out, especially on a computer, and you know, a new program or something. You're like, how would I do that? And that,
right.
Every fucking bit of information you need is somewhere out there like that, and it's you just got to find it.
YouTube's great for that shit.
Yeah,
how
video
to
tutorials,
whatever.
Oh my God,
how to do this and
right.
You know, I was trying to work my way around iMovie for a while there.
There you go.
And it's like how to put pic or whatever.
How do you do that?
And boom, a quick 2-minute video. I'm like, oh, thank you.
And you're fucking flying through it.
Because in the end, I'm not tech savvy whatsoever. I'm not that good, but I can work my way around it a bit.
All out there. When people ask where something is, hey, Anthony, where's that video that... Just fucking search it. If you put the exact thing you wrote to me in Google, it'll come up.
That drives us nuts.
It doesn't make any sense.
I'm still sending the pussy video.
Oh, fired, so fired. I got that today.
Today, right?
Oh, you did? Yeah, great.
How frustrating is the tutorial when they want you to drop down a menu that doesn't exist? Like you go through 3 steps and they're like,
it's like
just look for, manage entries. What? I don't have manage entries.
That.
Oh, I'm not saying it's easy.
Then you got to move on to another one.
Right.
Yep.
Sometimes it's not easy, but at least, give it a shot.
Yeah. Get halfway through it and realize it's fucking Windows tutorial. You're on a Mac. Oh, man. Yes. What are you going to do?
So every Wednesday, a brand new Opie and Anthony podcast. About an hour. Sometimes we go long form. This one might be a little long, I'm thinking.
Yeah, it's long.
So this one might be pushing a couple hours.
Close. It's probably like an hour 30, hour 40.
All right, good. It was a great show. That Super Show was amazing. I can't wait to do another one. We got to find new weirdos.
Yeah.
To keep the Super Show concept going.
I loved it. And then as the vacation went on and got longer, it was like, wow, that was the last show we did before vacation?
That's like 3 weeks.
We realized, we were like, wow, that was a long fucking time ago.
That's a long time. Certainly. Where are they at with Elvis?
Just more songs. TROUBLE is on right now.
What is that? Oh, really? I want to hear a story.
Rocking.
I don't know if they're doing stories this morning.
They might not be doing stories this morning. It's his birthday.
Yeah, how about a birthday story?
Exactly. They have to have a few good birthday stories.
One time a woman sent over a cake for Elvis' birthday, and he went to blow on it, and it threw up.
Fucking bunch of fucking barbiturates and shit coming out on top of it.
Bunch of pills that hadn't even digested.
It looked like he had put sprinkles on the cake, all different colored pills, though.
Yeah. He picked up a cake and threw it at a colored fella, and then bought the lady a Cadillac.
Bought the lady a Cadillac. He died at what, 42? Yeah. 43? 42?
I think 42.
Yeah, 42.
We're a bit older than that now, and I'm safe to say we don't look like shit like he did at 42. Well, holy fuck! What did he do to himself?
He was living quite a fucking lifestyle there. Living quite the rock and roll lifestyle.
Yeah. We might have to move on to Nancy Grace, but I want an Elvis story.
Yeah. Well, Sam will interrupt programming.
Yeah, you do that.
Yeah.
Mother of Alabama quarterback called racist for tweeting, "Am I listening to English?" during black player's interview.
Oh, shit.
Is there audio of that?
Who said that?
The mother of the quarterback.
Of the Alabama quarterback.
But the Brent Musburger said that his girlfriend was hot. That quarterback's mother.
Oh, shit. Well, I got to tell you, I've listened to quite a few sports interviews, and it does seem that grammar is just thrown right out the fucking window when you decide to become a sports figure.
All these guys at these big schools don't really have to fucking. They don't really.
But
have
it is
to go to
it is a cultural thing, also. I gather, because it transcends sports. It goes into hip hop and just the drug culture and everything. Yeah. You watch this show, like maybe Search, and you'll see some baby mamas talking, and it's like. He go there. It's like, no, he went there. What? Like, grammar just, and no one seems to care. No one really seems to call anyone out on the fact, like, you're not speaking properly, and there's equity in speaking properly as far as getting a job. And
I don't think you're right.
No?
People do care. The people that are...
It's very, very rare.
No, the people doing the hiring care, and that's the problem.
Yeah, but then
they don't care and all that, but they don't understand what they're doing to themselves.
Right, because they'll make up 1,000 other reasons why they're not being hired, though.
You could get a million shitty jobs, but if you're really going for a real job or try to get into a career path, the guys hiring really give a fuck about that stuff.
You think they want to hear, that's what he do? That's what he do.
They give a fuck.
No.
Maybe they don't care in the community, whatever, because they feel that's how their community talks.
But then when you have an unemployment...
But the people doing the real hiring for real fucking nice jobs, they certainly give a fuck.
When you have an unemployment rate double the national average, perhaps that's a reason. Instead of, just trying to throw that racist blanket over everything, maybe an employer doesn't want an employee that cannot speak the language properly. Right. And this woman, what is it, the mother of the quarterback?
Yeah.
She's absolutely right. I've listened to interviews, and I've been like, what the fuck is this guy saying?
Can we hear this guy's interview?
Why? I mean, and she's called a racist for that?
I'm taking this thing back to Boston, here in town, all that. I'm glad my family here with me. I just want to see my family. Tell them, hey, Alabama boy got him a national championship. I'm pretty sure Alabama going to try to keep it in the state somehow. But, Florida State, the national championship. It feels great. Right now, my birthday is irrelevant because I'm a champion now. We champions. I don't even care about my birthday, man.
But it was a pretty good birthday present, though. You guys,
it's the best birthday present I had in my life.
Pause. Is that the clip?
That couldn't be the clip.
That couldn't be the clip because that's not bad.
It's not bad. But let me tell you, it's not fine. It's not bad. But he's fucking up a lot of words.
I think it's closer to fine than.
Yeah, that's more of a Southern accent too.
Yeah.
Alabama boy. That's how guys in the deep South talk, man. That's a deep Southern.
That can't be the clip. There's no way.
I would never hear that and think this guy's butchering the language.
State face no adversity. We faced so much adversity the past 2 months. I mean, with me. With Coach Fisher, with a lot of people on our team, we face a lot of adversity.
If that's the clip, unless we're missing, there's nothing wrong with it.
Yeah, I was ready to defend the mom here, but
there's nothing really wrong there.
If that's the clip, she's kind of wrong.
Nothing really big.
Wait, did they beat her son's team?
Perhaps that's
Alabama beat Florida. Is that what it was?
I don't even know.
Yes.
Okay, so maybe she was just being.
I'm sending Sam the clip right now.
You have it.
This might be it.
Different guy.
Yes, that's it.
All right,
so
here we go.
All right, so the mother, let me set it up again. Mother of Alabama quarterback called racist for tweeting, "Am I listening to English during black players' interview?" And it's this interview.
15 to go in this game. Final drive. What did you tell your teammates around you?
I said, guys, we didn't come here for no reason. I said, guys, this is ours, man. This is all the adversity we went through. The first few quarters, it was ours to take. And like I've been saying, we control our own destiny. And those men looked me in my eye and they said, we got this, Jameis. And I said, are you strong? They said, I'm strong if you strong. And I said, we strong, man.
After struggling through the first half, what was the biggest adjustment you guys made at halftime?
We had to go back to playing Florida State football. We came out here, we were letting us be bigger than the game. We were bigger than the game. Then we had to say, hey, let's play Florida State football because can't nobody be bigger than this game. And we did that, and we came out victorious.
You had an embrace with your head coach, Jimbo Fisher.
It's not that bad, but if some white guy got up there and said, can't nobody get it, it would be like, why is this guy speaking like this?
Together. And through everything that we went through all the haters, through every single thing, we came out victorious. And God did this. I'm so blessed. He's so blessed. All the stuff that he handled with Ethan.
That's not bad.
The mom's wrong.
What a bitch.
Yeah, the mom's wrong. Period.
It's a nice interview he's giving.
It's not bad, but there's an acceptance of poor grammar when it comes to.
I don't think there was much going on there
Nothing
at all, to be honest with you.
Can't be.
So I'm saying that in trouble.
What did she do?
She favorited a tweet that said he needs to learn sign language to communicate because listening to him attempt to speak English is just insulting.
Hold on,
Is that the guy?
We're also getting reports that isn't the clip.
Oh, okay.
All right. I want to hear a clip where the guy just eebly-oobleys his way through a fucking interview.
Fucking Alan Keyes speaking.
Let's say hi to Tony in Dallas. Tony, that's not the clip.
No, that's not. They've been playing it on the sports stations right here, and the guy sounds like he's speaking in tongue, or if it's like an ebonics or something.
I want to hear it.
All right, we do radio. Where is this clip?
Donde está el clipo?
Well, I know it's about 3 different stations down here have been playing it, so it's out there somewhere.
What's his name?
I don't even know his name, but
that's the clip that's linked to every article.
Is it?
Yeah.
It was a day ago. I mean, that's the FSU winning.
Tony,
that's the clip that's on the Daily News, the Huffington Post.
Huh. Someone's now saying that definitely is the clip.
And if it's...
That's him. Either way.
Hold on a minute. I'm putting you on with Mike in Florida. Hold on, Tony in Dallas. Go ahead, Mike. You're on with Tony.
Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm a Florida State fan. I watched literally every game. I watched every minute of the national championship. The one that you just played where he's talking about being strong in God and being so blessed, that is absolutely the clip that the mother was referring to, because he sounds as ghetto as could possibly be. But it's real, like you guys said, it's not.
I didn't even hear a lot of ghetto.
Not at all. He sounds like a humble guy.
I gotta go against the mom on this one. She sounds like she's being a little picky or something.
Or just being I think there's a racist, just being a bitch.
There was some grammar errors in there.
Yeah, but I mean, not enough to say
nothing over the top where
can't be.
Huh?
I promise
he can't be. Can't be.
That guy has,
don't
doesn't
be.
know what he's talking about.
Yeah, grammar. But I mean, and again, the guys, part of that is not to shit on people from the South, but there are people from the South who.
I understand, but there is more of an acceptance of poor grammar in the black community than there is any other community in this country.
I agree with you, but I don't think it's happening.
I don't think. No, it's not this.
There's
case.
two different things.
This case is ridiculous. You're right.
I didn't really see anything out of the ordinary there, over the top crazy.
Hey, I'll tell you off the air what station if you want to see if you can grab it.
Yeah, off the air, tell them maybe we'll grab their feet or something. Whatever.
Everyone's saying the clip we played is the clip now.
Of course, it's the clip.
All right.
It is the clip. And what I was going to say is it wasn't that. It was the work that he did, but it's still, I agree with you guys. It wasn't that bad. I think that the mom is just mad because she thinks her son, like that team, Alabama, they were told all year they were the best team and they were going to be in the national championship.
Your son.
So she's just being a cunt.
Right.
There was nothing wrong with that clip, but maybe do we hear the whole thing? Is there anything at the end we missed? Watch at the end, he just fucking goes like De Niro at the end of Cape Fear. She's fucking drowning.
Yeah, go to the end, just to be on the same.
His hat looks silly. I'll say that.
We came out victorious, and God did this. I'm so blessed. He's so blessed. All the stuff that he handled with Ethan, and he come out here and coach us. That touched me. And it's nobody but God. There's nobody.
Ethan being the reference to Jimbo's son. You said it once, you said it 100 times this season. If we're going to do it big, we're going to do it big then.
No.
Is that
buffering?
It's buffering, but there's very little left.
It's buffering.
She's just mad that
Let's move on.
Her son was on the opposing team.
And he seems like a nice guy. He's a humble interview.
She a hater.
But now this goes to Anthony's point. We got a teacher, that teaches in the ghetto. In the ghetto. Tom in Jersey.
Hey, how you doing, guys?
Hey, buddy.
I've been teaching for a few years. I teach predominantly African Americans. A lot of gang members and stuff get sent to our school, and was actually told by my supervisor after I was trying to stress the point, hey, you go to a job interview, you got to speak correctly. I was pulled into the office and told, we're not here to teach these kids how to speak correctly. Teach them the information that you need to, but that it's a culture thing, it's ingrained, and we are not here to, quote-unquote, fix that.
Well,
and we were told, shape up.
Shape up.
Shape up. It's unbelievable.
And they said, shape up, yo.
But in a school, you should be teaching the proper way to do things, and then if you want to do it differently,
This guy's like, here's the tools.
Right.
Here's how you use them. That's what this guy is saying that his superiors say. You give them the tools, you show them how to use them, and then you throw them out there, and you're on your own, kid.
That's where paternalism gets in the way of actually practically teaching and doing a job.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Michigan State player might be the one they're playing, talking about the clip is a defensive player.
Oh,
Ken in Jersey. Ken.
Hello.
Hi.
Ken. No.
You're on the air.
Hello, buddy. You? Anyone?
I guess not.
All right, people are still debating if that's the clip or not.
Yes.
I kind of want it to be the clip so I can dislike the mother, and I kind of don't want it to be the clip
because it'll be funny to hear.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. That's
the clip that's linked to all the stories, right?
Yes.
Am I listening to English? Yeah, okay. That's what she says. And then the attractive daughter got into it too? She said
she
that?
favorited somebody else's tweet, and then she tweeted that I accidentally favorited them.
Oh, God. Shut up.
I've accidentally favorited tweets, though.
Have you?
Yeah, when you're going to do something else, a copy or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm trying to retweet.
That's I don't know, that's a little...
Yeah, you know what? She's hot enough to not be blamed.
I guess it depends on how hot they are. If you're gonna
for
accept
anything.
their excuse,
Exactly.
Right.
And in cases where the teacher's fucking the students, it's all about how hot they are.
Absolutely.
It's just the hotness will
get you places.
Right.
If she's over 140, then she's just a racist. If she's under 140, the poor delicate thing, her fingers must have hit the favorite button.
Where are we at with Elvis? Any stories?
Songs.
More songs?
Yeah.
This is one of these.
I
will say he's got a lot of songs, but a lot of his songs have the same basic sound. Some of them, you can put them.
Well, it was the time.
Yeah, it was the time.
What are you going to do? You didn't get the opportunity to move forward with
not really
other styles.
Really.
You think if Elvis was alive, he would have done some kind of rap song?
Oh, God, that would have been great.
Fallen into that shit?
Freestyling on Arsenio.
He probably would have done it in the 80s when Blondie did
true.
it.
Although he was around for the disco. The disco was hitting as Elvis was croaking.
Did Elvis go down the disco road at any point in his career?
A little disco, just a little different beat in the background?
Yeah.
No. He did a great cover of Willie Nelson to all... which one was it? I forget, but he's wearing the big dark glasses. Like it's that era of his life where he has those giant sunglasses.
Oh, yeah.
And the towel draped over and tucked in while he's to a sweatshirt suit, zippered up fucking thing.
Yeah.
To all the girls I've loved before, I think he covered.
Oh.
When did he start wearing the jumpsuits?
The jumpsuit.
Because that had to be so strange for everyone when he first came out with that. Like, what are you doing?
The thing is, he got so popular in Vegas that they put on these giant fucking shows with a lot of lights. He got, all Vegas-y.
He got caught up in that.
Mm-hmm.
Had to be a little more showy.
That's right.
What's the Willie Nelson? I'm wrong. It's not that one. He covered a Willie Nelson song.
All the Girls I Loved Before.
No. It was a really nice song, I think, to his wife. He sang it, or
Always on My Mind.
I'm sorry.
Always on My Mind.
You're always on my mind.
Elvis' version is a lot better.
Yeah.
Well, can we hear
Happy birthday,
Elvis. Can't you say that? We got to hear a little bit of it.
Travis in there fucking looking for some Pearl Jam. Why don't you stop it?
Oh, Christ. Enough with the Pearl Jam.
Maybe I didn't treat you quite as good as I should have. Maybe I didn't love you quite as often as I could have. Little things I should have said and done, I just never took the time.
Here it comes.
You were always on my mind. You were always on my mind.
That ain't too shabby.
Yeah, I like that cover.
Not bad.
Maybe
If that's, your kind of thing.
Yeah. What, nice, pleasant music? It is.
Sure.
He covered Sweet Caroline. I love a good Elvis cover.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Very unique sound, that Elvis voice.
A little over the top, right?
Yeah.
Last chance with Elvis. Any stories?
No.
Man, what are they doing over there?
They're just playing Elvis songs.
This is what drives me nuts about radio. So what is the guy doing now?
Well,
and he gets paid?
He's probably not there. He probably taped it.
You think he's
voice tracked it?
Well, they got to do something from Graceland, right?
Of course.
It's his big birthday show. That's like a big event.
I don't think they let him into Graceland until a little later.
Yeah, is that
They're like, enough of this Elvis shit. We're trying to sleep. We'll open the
probably
doors
true.
at 8 for you, so you can do your Elvis nonsense.
I think you're right. It is still kind of early.
I think they do start at 8 or something like that. What does the schedule say? You know what we'll do? We'll take a break here. We're going to figure out the Elvis story thing, because we need at least one Elvis story for his birthday.
Story.
We're going to take a little break, and then we'll be back.
Whoa. Watch out, Search.
How about one guy that tells us...
you, because you're freestyling.
I know, I was freestyling.
You turn around and looked at the TV like Search was on TV.
Wait, Search is on? How did I miss it?
Oh, I was telling Search, watch out. He's got competition in the freestyling world.
Look out.
And Nancy Grace is just a big fat fucking pig and saying stupid shit, and we got our latest stupid shit for everybody next.
That should be in her intro, by the way.
Yeah.
What you just said.
She is so hateable.
Yeah, she is.
I don't really know. In my world, I don't know one person that likes this lady.
No.
Not a one. But she gets the numbers because she's still on TV. So what's her fan base?
women who don't like women that kill their children.
So a lot of mommies.
Sticks in the mud.
Sticks in the mud.
I think it's also people who feel like completely powerless, feel like she's getting something done.
Yeah.
She's speaking truth to power, or she's going after the bad guys.
She's going after Tot Mom.
Yeah, she sounds like she's getting shit done, and she's tough as nails, but she just stinks.
And she wears like a necklace that are handcuffs. Have you seen
Oh, no. Does she?
Look out.
Ew.
She's fucking...
Have you seen that? And I think you could buy them on her,
out justice.
on her website.
Yeah.
Oh,
little necklace and has little tiny little handcuffs because, you know, she's getting people arrested.
With her perpetually stuffy nose.
I wish her her necklace looked like a noose.
We got a lot of things to figure out, so we'll step aside here and we'll rejoin you guys in a minute. What's going on with the Dennis Rodman thing? Anything else? Have they played that game yet?
I don't think so. They had Dennis Rodman on all the news channels last night doing his little exchange and shit.
Fucking loser.
You're just an asshole. Yeah.
He always has been an asshole, but now he's really up in his assholery.
Now, if the mother of the football player would have commented on his speech,
right,
that would have been good.
Yeah.
The guy he's with does a good job of clarifying.
Oh, yeah.
That's the guy that should be the spokesman for the group.
That sucks, though. He's got to sit there and be embarrassed. You know he's embarrassed.
Yeah. Those players are embarrassed. They're sitting there going, man, fuck, why did my life go so wrong that I have to hang out with Dennis Rodman in North Korea?
North Korea. Where did my career take a turn?
The fuck? Ex-NBA players are doing much better than this shit.
And
then, is he allowed to win the game over there? Because obviously...
It was a tie last time, I think. I think when they first played, it was a tie.
Oh, you think they're going to have to throw the game?
Of course they have to.
Or else,
The guy's a madman.
Or else, well, you're playing. There's a problem with your plane.
I'm telling you, I'm just hoping that, little switch goes off in that Kim Jong-un's head, and he feeds him to the dogs. I would laugh my ass off.
That would be fun.
That would be a great work. Little flip.
You'd be like, what happened? What? Why? I thought we were friends. I thought we were friends. What?
I don't like you anymore. Don't do the Asian accent. You know what happens.
Yeah.
Be careful with that.
No.
Even though they kind of sound that way, you're not allowed to
you're not
point
allowed
that out to the people.
You can't point out that there are different accents in the world.
Right.
And if you want to imitate somebody that has a certain accent, you're really not allowed to do it anymore. What the fuck is that about?
I don't know.
You should embrace diversity, but don't point it out in humor.
Oh, do not point it out in humor.
Especially in humor. So,
I saw somebody's post the other day. It said it was a guy, and he was with his wife, who was of some type of exotic ethnic background. And their kids were all around the gentleman, and he was white. And it said, diversity, assuring that your kids will not look like you. I got a chuckle out of it.
Did you?
Yeah, guess which website.
Just figure I know that.
Yeah.
So that's all we got on Rodman. Maybe he plays today.
Maybe.
There was a story on the Associated Press yesterday that a lot of those players are kind of having second thoughts.
Of course.
You know, they're dummies then. What do you think?
There's a lot of criticism, and now they're just kind of having second thoughts about the whole thing.
Yeah, they're going to all just have hell to pay when they come back.
They'll all be doing interviews and stuff, though. They're probably just scared, like, why is this dumbbell our spokesman?
Oh, my God. He's going to get them all eaten by dogs.
But then you come back, and if everything goes well over there anyway, you come back and you're kind of a scourge.
Dude, he executed his own uncle, okay?
Yeah.
It's going to go bad with Dennis Rodman. Rodman's going to say something stupid, and that's all it's going to take.
Yeah.
Or this guy's going to be convinced that Dennis Rodman's trying to be the leader of North Korea.
Yeah. Why do you keep coming back?
Right.
He's got to kill him.
It's going to be paranoid, and something's going to happen. Maybe not this visit, but maybe the next one.
He's going to get drunk and pick up Kim Jong-un. You tiny little motherfucker, and run around with him. Look like a gnome and shit.
I just see it going horribly wrong in some way. Ah, man. Let's see who this is. Hi, who's this?
Yeah, this is Bobo. You guys were trying to call me yesterday.
You guys are trying to call me yesterday. Did he actually just call in to this show to...
Look at you.
What do you want, dude? What? You're on the air. Go.
So I got a message. I don't know. Someone, I guess, whoever it was that answers the phones was trying to call me. I guess you guys.
Who knows? This is today. That was yesterday. Let it go.
Yeah, yesterday is yesterday. When you do a show,
this is my favorite bit.
It's like maybe it was pertinent yesterday.
Well, you know what? We're talking about North Korea. What the hell? You're on the phone. You might as well give us what you got on that. Go.
Maybe we could do that. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Dennis Rodman.
That North Korea guy. He sounds like someone who would be upset if he didn't get around on Wednesday. He just freaking kill every freaking woman that didn't wow him on Wednesday.
You know, I'll say this. The fact that you tried to tie it into the show kind of makes me want to drown you in a tub. But he's not wrong about Kim Jong-un, so got to give him half credit.
That Korea guy.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that Korea guy.
Yeah.
But when you catch a absolute blithering idiot off guard, they have nothing. At least thematically, he was correct.
I had heard that Bobo did have an Elvis story.
Oh, yeah, we're talking about Elvis.
This is,
you got an Elvis story? Because Elvis would have been 79 today, Bobo.
Yeah.
So, no, there is an Elvis story, right? My mother wanted tickets to see him in the Garden years ago in the 70s, but my grandfather wouldn't give her tickets.
Why not?
When she was younger. Who knows? Because he was... So supposedly, according to my mother, my grandfather was one of those guys that one of those guys that think rock and roll's the devil music.
Oh, shit.
So wouldn't let her go see Elvis.
I got to defend Bobo. That was better than most of the Elvis stories I've heard on the Elvis channel.
As a matter of fact, I'm looking in the booth. The Elvis channel's trying to get in touch with Bobo so they can throw that story on their channel.
Do you have an Elvis story? Yeah, Mr. Balloon gets licks fried banana and peanut butter off my mother's vagina.
You know, speaking of the weirdos, the freaks of our radio show.
Yes.
Have you noticed how many Marion Twitter accounts are popping up?
There are so many friggin' Marion accounts now. And they're all just like, hi, Opie! Hi, Anthony!
She made the mistake of calling to try to say that she's not on Twitter. So now there's even more Marion Twitter accounts.
It's great.
Anything else, Bobo? We got a show to do here.
Bobo, anything else? Current events? What do you got?
What about the cold?
What about the cold weather?
Oh, yeah.
Let us know about your experiences.
What is it, the polar vortex?
Polar vortex? What's going on?
What do you got on the polar vortex?
Oh, it's that cold. Even my dogs don't like it when they're outside. And they usually love going outside. They freaking want to run inside as soon as they go outside.
He's 2 for 2 with accurate information.
His dogs do not like the cold.
Tell us a cold story, and he laughed good-naturedly. Even the little rugrats don't like it when I take them out for a walk.
He's got it.
Probably also so cold that probably no one wants to commit crimes in Detroit.
Why did you have to ruin everything? Yeah.
And you got to wonder what Bobo's opinion is on what's going on in Colorado right now.
Oh, yeah. You a pothead, Bobo?
What about the pot there in Colorado, Bobo?
Oh, well, I have to say that's increasing the amount of flights to Colorado.
Home run, Daniel.
Wow.
Fucking home run.
I went to LaGuardia Airport and I couldn't even get a flight to Colorado.
Just like Voss, you always get greedy. You know, you had a home run and then you got greedy.
I thought you were going to compare IQs.
No. Just like Voss, you're a high school dropout who blew people for drugs and then for no reason.
And then that person in LaGuardia that I tried to buy the flight ticket from said, I live in New Jersey. Here's drive down there. Here's my card, my medicinal marijuana card.
Holy
Who are you, Rodney Dunderhead? I couldn't get a flight.
But if the guy already had a way to get his marijuana, why would he
Go to Colorado.
Go to Colorado to get the marijuana.
Hello.
Of course, they said the whole joke. He would go to Colorado to get the marijuana, but he couldn't get there. The guy probably, because of that whole medicinal marijuana thing, just gave him a card where it is legal.
But
the nuances.
Then why would he try to go to Colorado in the first place? Why not just stay local and get your weed locally?
Pretty much the same stuff.
Yeah.
You don't need a medicinal marijuana card in Colorado.
But he has the medicinal marijuana card.
Right.
So
Yeah,
he's gone through the red tape. He has the card, which means he can get marijuana in New Jersey.
Yeah.
So why would he give that privilege up to get on a plane to go to Colorado to get the marijuana?
Yeah.
What Opie's trying to say is, what the fuck are you talking about?
Right. I kind of messed up the whole thing of that joke.
Oh, a joke. Oh, that was a joke.
That's right.
Good.
I didn't realize it sounded like a Nazi statement in Nuremberg. Thank you for having no humor.
All right, Bobo. So that was great.
All right, you guys have a good day.
Defeated.
That was great. Let's say hi to Eric in Dallas. Eric.
Hey, Opie and Anthony, how you doing?
Doing all right, brother.
First off, I have to say, man, I've been a huge fan of y'all since the AAF days when I lived in Boston at the time, so it's an honor to talk to you.
Should have lost that accent.
Wow.
What I wanted to, I was reading the backstory on the Kim Jong-un killing his uncle thing a couple of days ago. And the backstory to that was that his uncle owned the fisheries in the North Korea area, and he was wanting, and which is the second largest economic form of income in the
Kim Jong-un blamed him for all the pussy smell.
Yeah. Here, take a product and hit the girl in underpants.
So anyway, Kim Jong-un uncle wanted to take over the coal mines, which is the number one source of revenue for the country of North Korea.
Crazy.
And his uncle had a group of elite military force that actually helped him protect him. Well, Kim Jong-un sent his military in to take the coal mines back, and apparently Kim Jong-un's small elite force pretty much annihilated the North Korean army.
Is this a new game I could get for Xbox One? That's what it sounds like.
So wait a minute, the uncle was fucking around.
Oh, yeah.
He was planning some big fucking
shenanigans
move.
Okay.
So when it was all said and done, Kim Jong-un basically had to send 4 military guys to one of his elite members to take him out, and then they took him, and that's why they killed him, was because he was trying to take over the main source of income into the country.
Wait, you said it almost wrong. So Kim Jong-un had the regular military. The uncle had the elite guys.
Yes.
Oh,
yes,
okay,
yes.
okay.
He had this group of elite mercenaries that were protecting him and basically helping him to further his agenda.
Fuck, I didn't know that. All right, we learned something today. And if he takes over that shit, then he pretty much, was trying to take over the country.
Yeah, and Kim Jong-un wasn't having none of that shit.
This is going to be a coup or something, you got to think, right?
Coup. I don't know now. He really puts the kibosh on that idea quickly.
Oh, yeah. All of a sudden you might rethink things.
Right.
All right, gentlemen, thank you so much for taking my call, and y'all have a great day.
Oh, wow.
Polite. Very polite.
I'm very uncomfortable when people are so nice and pleasant.
And informed.
No, you have a better day. This ain't no game. Sorry, I learned that.
That was kind of nice, though. The guy was just, a normal dude with some nice info.
Yeah, a little info.
Some pleasantries.
Let me give this to you. Some compliments.
Yeah.
That was a nice call.
Elvis stories? You're not even monitoring it anymore.
Oh, I have it up here, and I'm looking at the cover arts.
Oh, boy.
It's still, they're just doing songs.
They probably fired the Elvis guys.
Hopefully.
But they were the best.
The stories were amazing. Nancy Grace.
All right.
She had this to say. I think most people know by now, but
yes.
But I actually haven't heard the clip.
I haven't neither.
I read the stories and stuff, but here's the actual clip of it going down.
Do you want your cab driver to be high on pot?
But I think
how about
your
airplane pilot?
I think that's one
that?
issue. Hang on, but on the other side, I was talking to a tour operator. Obviously, he was
She realizes a lot of airplane pilots are fucking drunk or hungover.
A lot of them drink, man.
A lot.
Yeah. And I think if they do it now, if they're not just going to start because it's illegal somewhere. And there are still restrictions. People are like, just because it's legal doesn't mean you could do it anywhere, anytime. You know, you could get fired for your job for coming in high.
Is there a field test?
They figured something out. They figured some test out.
They did, right?
Yeah, for
so it'll be just
THC.
like alcohol and everything else.
Yeah.
But at least if your cab driver is on pot, you know he's
a little mellow.
He's not going to be going 100 miles an hour.
It does mellow you out a little bit.
Chills you out a bit.
But your reactions are a little slower. That's been proven.
Sure, of course.
So.
Thrilled at the legalization, recreationally speaking, in Colorado specifically, and he would argue, listen, if you do it responsibly, you don't get behind the wheel, you do it in a private, confined space, you do it safely, no harm, no foul.
You mean a private space like your home where you're supposed to be taking care of your children, or cooking at a gas stove, or lighting a fireplace? You mean that place? Yeah,
What's gonna happen?
Not a good idea.
What about drinking? She's just a pig looking for attention.
Yeah.
She's a fucking pigness.
You could do pretty much all those things with a little pot in your system, by the way.
She's like that episode of fucking Dragnet, the old one, where the girl was babysitting the baby.
Right.
And she smoked a little weed, right? And then the parents come home, and they go to see their baby. And they go upstairs, and they pull the little blankie down, and the mother screams. She screams, "Oh, no, there's a turkey in the fucking little bassinet thing there."
What the fuck?
I know. So then the mother's like, where's my baby? Where's my baby? She goes, it's in the bassinet. And I've also cooked you a wonderful turkey. It's in the oven.
God,
man.
Wait a minute, the fucking baby's in the oven?
Exactly, Chippa.
Fucking hilarious.
Yes.
Double guns.
See what pot'll do? That's what the evil weed.
We have to go back to the phones because we're getting the last guy was full of shit. The pleasant guy?
Yeah. The nice caller.
Can we just talk to? Josh.
Yeah, good morning, boys.
Hey.
My last guy was full of shit.
Are you just saying it, I guess?
I was talking about Bobo.
Oh,
see.
Oh, man. See, I don't like when people are forcing the bit.
They catch on.
Because we get plenty of people doing it for real. Where they get mad at the caller and feel like he has all misinformation.
Yeah.
Nancy Grace, what? The question for Nancy Grace, if they're on pot instead of alcohol, then a lot of people are getting, not getting beaten at home.
Yeah.
What about that angle?
I mean, yeah, she's saying nothing about alcohol, which anything she's mentioned could be harmed, or you could have an accident or something if you're drinking.
Alcohol's a motherfucker, but
it's just
like
bad.
we said before the show, we were talking a little bit. I mean, the whole world has just accepted alcohol as being okay. It's not okay in the end. It's just not okay.
No, it's pretty bad stuff.
It's horrendous.
It sort of impairs your judgment.
A lot of shit goes down because of alcohol. A lot.
Yeah.
A lot of fat girls get fucked, though.
That's
you tell
true.
him, Jimmy.
That's true.
Or lighting a fireplace? You mean that place?
You can't light a fireplace while
Not
you're
a good
stoned?
idea. Okay. Look, I
have the matches out.
When I'm at work, I don't want my babysitter high on pot.
This isn't the babies. I'm always with the fucking babies. Shut up with your baby. But there's people that don't even have kids that might want to sit at home and fucking drink and pet their cat.
But that's up to the parent,
right?
You would know if the person that is trying to babysit your kids if she's smoking too much pot or not.
Yeah,
you just know. What's she talking about?
Up.
All right. Does anybody? Do you want your children? Do you want your parents, your sister, your brother to be taken care of or driven around by somebody on pot because it's okay in Colorado? You know what? Colorado gets what he asked for.
I know people are screaming at the television, agreeing with you,
I'm sure.
and vehemently disagreeing with you.
Hey, look, the ones that are disagreeing are lethargic, sitting on the sofa eating chips.
Oh, that is a
fat
big
and lazy. There.
And people have pumped it up and said fat and lazy.
She said it.
She did. She said it.
Oh, she just said it. I thought.
Fat and lazy.
Oh, okay. I heard lethargic.
That
was it when he was doing the chip thing.
Oh,
he's right there.
Yeah.
It's a ridiculous statement that she's making. It is. It's so stupid. Just because something is legally available doesn't mean you do it all the time when you're supposed to be, responsible. That's with anything.
The people that aren't going to be responsible with the weed are the ones that have been getting it illegally for a long time.
I mean, even shit like fucking NyQuil. You know, NyQuil's available over the counter and shit like that. You're not supposed to be taking that and driving around.
NyQuil's a motherfucker.
So what? Does she have a problem with everything that could possibly impair your judgment because it's out there and there are children out there? She's an idiot. She's a fucking idiot. Her hashtag is stupid.
I'm sending her one right now.
Are you?
And the hashtag is tabloid oinker.
Nice.
Good for you. I just find it strange because our whole lives pot was such an evil thing, and to live long enough to see it legalized is so weird to me. I'm not saying it's wrong. I don't know how to feel. It's just strange.
Yeah, I don't give a shit.
I mean, we were told growing up, man, that was some evil shit.
I know. I'm very curious as to why they fucking, who's in charge of it in Colorado. I don't think the FDA can step in on a state, because federally, it's still illegal
federally,
to sell weed.
Go to Colorado and arrest people, right?
Yeah, they've said they're not going to do anything like that federally. But I know the FDA, they make sure the food and drugs in this country are looked after and graded and whatnot. And, who's doing that in Colorado? Who's looking over it? Who's making sure that if you're selling weed, it's sanitary, and if you're selling weed products, that there's some kind of nutritional value that needs to be in there? Maybe I don't... what about the warnings for people that are taking it home and maybe have kids or animals? Who's taking care of that end of it?
Did they set up a committee or something?
I don't know. That's just it.
They had to set up something.
I have no idea.
On the state level? Let's go to Harry in Nevada. What's up, Harry?
Nice hat, Harry.
How are you guys? Love listening to you.
Of course you do.
Grace is a fucking stupid cunt. See ya.
Good point, Harry. Well said.
Harry.
Somebody had to say it.
That's right.
Well, why is
it was well said by Harry, I think.
Yeah.
Concise and accurate.
Well, I don't think a lot of people are going to disagree with you, but...
Yeah. It was far from controversial.
Right.
Yeah. Far. Yeah? No one else with information as to...
Not really.
Who's taking care of all the...
Guys, 2 Elvis stories. I'm a police officer in Ohio, and I'm for the legalization of pot.
I might have an Elvis story.
Was at his home for Sam Phillips and recommended Elvis to Sam. And what happened next?
I called Sam after Elvis left and told him what I thought. He said, well, I'll call him and ask if he'll come in tomorrow night, which is Monday. He said, you and Bill come in and put a little music behind him. I just want to see what he sounds like on tape. 2 or 3 times through it, and we had the first record.
What happened next?
Sam had transferred the tape to a disc. And he took the disc down to Dewey Phillips, who was no relation to Sam. But Dewey had a nighttime R&B radio show.
Right, on WHBQ, yeah.
Weren't you working with
7 degrees away from Elvis?
Around, yeah.
Right. I guess they called Elvis's mother again because he would have been out. But they got Elvis down to the radio show and said he was going to be interviewed. And he talked to Dewey for quite a while. Elvis told him, said, well... asked him when, said, well, when are you going to interview? And Dewey told him, said, well, I just did. He just left the mic open all that time.
Stay tuned for another edition of
Punch
George
Out.
Klein Celebrity Hotline. And hear the entire long-form interviews during George's Friday afternoon show.
That was the edited version?
Wow. I really
it's
want to know
exactly
more.
what we talk about.
I do want to know more. Yeah, that was that guy that was talking. As far as I was concerned from that interview, had never met Elvis.
And that was the edit version. They felt like they needed to say that then they transferred the tapes over to this form and then sent it down to the station.
Yeah, I think that
you would have left all that out if you had a really good story there.
I think the closest he got to Elvis was he called a guy that was speaking with Elvis right after Elvis left.
Right.
That's that guy's connection to Elvis.
Right. Well,
they
didn't disappoint.
No,
those Elvis stories are just amazing.
Good story. Good story.
I'm waiting for more Nancy Grace stuff, but we got this guy Frank on Long Island who has something on the FDA thing. Frank.
I am.
Hey guys, I was going to say the FDA won't review marijuana for nutritional value or for treating anything because it's a natural supplement. Just like if you go into GNC, most of the things they have in there that are natural are not going to be reviewed by the FDA. So
But what about like cookies and stuff?
Yeah, but if you're in Colorado, how do you know that it's not sprinkled with a little angel dust?
Yeah, or don't they put stuff in it, right?
Paraquat.
Yeah, a little
paraquat.
Yeah, or just one quat.
The great
you just have to hope you get lucky.
All right.
Punching out.
I don't know.
I'd like to talk to Colorado about this, but they're still sleeping. Because
is that it? Yeah, it just seems to me that any kind of thing that's put out there for the consumer, has all these little safety checks on there, and they
right.
And especially something that's used as a recreational drug, you would think that would.
This guy wants
definitely have.
This guy wants to talk about weed stocks.
Nice.
Is there actual companies
69 or 94?
No, that's what they'd put you in when you were bad.
Derek in Chicago.
Oh.
Yeah, hey guys. I just stumbled upon it. Marijuana stocks, in October, I found them. Actually making pretty good gains. They're penny stocks right now, but most of them should move up to the down aspect. They said by April. So just check it out. I highly recommend it.
Get it?
I got it.
Wait, you would think, weed's going to be a great business.
Yeah, but who's going to be the winners and losers here?
Right.
It's like the mom and pop video stores, and then it all of a sudden turns into Blockbuster. It's going to be like a Blockbuster of weed.
What do you think? What kind of companies do you think would be able to get involved with weed, though?
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't be surprised if pharmaceuticals somehow got involved with it and just did it as their natural. How do you not?
Right. That's what I'm saying.
It's true.
Maybe some Fortune 500 companies?
Maybe, yes, Fortune 500. Yeah, maybe.
Have it in their portfolio?
I've never been into a dispensary. I don't trust myself to go in.
Oh, man.
Because I just know that I would like that smell.
Probably.
Oh, I'll have a little pot for you.
It's legal. I mean, why not, right? Oh, boy. No.
Can't do it.
No. Don't do that.
No.
Oh, Jimmy. No.
I might have had a little taste recently.
Yeah?
A little taste. A little Pearl Jam show.
Oh, yeah.
A little taste with the Quan.
Oh, wow.
A little taste. It was nice.
Good.
I'm not going to lie to you. It was nice.
Catch a little buzz.
Gotta say, fuck you, Joe Rogan.
Catch a little buzz.
Joe Rogan got me back on the fucking...
Oh, a little weed?
Back on the train.
Hey, Joe smokes...
a lot. How did you avoid it when you were there?
I was going to leave the room because Kevin Smith gets high before the podcast too, and I leave the room. But Joe goes, no, I'll go outside. Like, he went to the other room. I smelled it through the fucking concrete. The tough shit Rogan smokes. It's literally like the smell in winter of a chimney. Like, that's how clear it is.
Yeah.
But I was willing to leave the room, but he actually went into the lobby of he has his own little setup.
It is hard to say no when Joe Rogan is.
He looks like he'd be fun to get high with.
Yeah.
It was. I said it already on the show. I took a baby hit before I did the podcast for Rogan. Just a baby hit, but it was nice.
You felt it, right?
Oh, fuck yeah. It was nice. He was blowing smoke my way and everything, and I'm like, oh, I can't, man. I haven't done this in so...
Oh, it was too a little in your
Dude, it was like, I'm not, no joke, like 20 years without.
Yeah.
Then we went to Pearl Jam, and there might have been one of those electric cigarettes.
Oh.
That all the kids are using.
Did you try one of those?
Mm-hmm.
With pot in it?
Mm-hmm.
How was that?
Nice.
Little
nice.
vape? Your little vape?
It was nice.
Nice.
Yeah.
If I ever come in the morning and go, dude, I know I shouldn't have, but I smoked.
We're in trouble.
Fire me immediately because
Jimmy.
the train wreck is coming.
No.
No, I think it's a perfect drug for me, to be honest with you. Oh, fuck yeah. I should never stopped. I would have been so less.
If you don't have a problem with it, it's like I believe.
I mean, I don't have the desire to do it on any regular basis. That's for sure. But Joe Rogan, I did the podcast a year ago, and then it was I think October was the last time. So
yeah,
maybe every once in a while we'll say.
Why not? Why not?
You smoke the pot?
No, I haven't smoked weed in a long fucking time.
Why not? I think you'd enjoy it.
I don't know. No,
With all those parties going on, not even a hit every once in a while?
Nah. Nah. I don't know. Weed never, me and the weed, you know, kind of okay, but there's always that thing in the back of my head that's just kind of like, nah, you don't want to fucking get all paranoid. Weed kind of always made me a little like,
When do you think you don't want to be paranoid? When you're on one of those websites or walking around with a gun strapped to you in your own home? What do you consider paranoid?
Yeah, we would assume you're on the weed all the time.
Exactly.
What are you talking about?
You can't be more paranoid than you are.
Oh, my God.
That's hilarious.
No, not even paranoid about real life things. Just you start thinking very deeply about space and the infinite and never-ending fucking, you know.
I just enjoyed Pearl Jam a little more. That's all I remember.
Did it make your mouth dry? Did that still happen?
Yeah, all that stuff. It was a little weird.
Pearl Jam.
It was perfect for the Pearl Jam show.
Do you have good shit?
Yeah.
Good shit.
Well, you know.
Yeah.
Like in The Office when they offer him some pot before his awful speech, and he goes, no, man. He goes, I go right to Munchie City. Skunk? He asked if they had skunk.
Yeah, because he knows about the weed. Oh, that was so embarrassing. Skunk? Yeah. I got right to Munchie City.
Right to Munchie City, huh?
I pretty much hate drinking nowadays. Yeah. I'm not into it at all, and I wasn't. Yeah. I was into wine for a while, and then I went back to beer. I like Blue Moon. That is about it.
Yeah,
and maybe a Corona every once in a while.
Blue Moon beer?
Yeah, it's a great beer.
It needed the money. Yeah.
But you start doing the math with kids, and you're like, fuck, they're gonna be up at 6.
Oh my God.
So, you know, you can't. You just can't.
Won't they be quiet if you have a hangover, though?
Kenny said it right, man. That's when Kenny stopped drinking. He goes, because kids don't understand hangovers. That's when he said he stopped his heavy partying. But I don't miss it, man. I don't like it anymore.
I just don't like the, hangover. I love sitting around, fucking hanging out, a bunch of guys down in some beers.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I'll have a couple,
fun.
I don't know.
Yeah, but then you do feel like shit.
But I sit there like, for what in the end? I feel like shit the next day.
If I could sleep the next day, it's great.
Most of my 20s, I wasted weekends just sleeping all fucking day, just dealing with horrendous hangovers. I always sucked when it came to hangovers. I was the worst. I had friends that I drank heavily with who are, I'm sure, listening right now, and these guys would pop right up in the morning.
Yeah, I can never understand that.
Right the fuck up and even go back to maybe having a couple beers. You know, you're young. And I'd be suffering all day upstairs like a fucking pussy boy. I couldn't suck it up. I had horrible headaches.
Just had the fucking
ice rags on my eyes and my head.
On the head.
Just watching like the sun come up and go down while I'm still in bed.
Yeah. What did that do, the washcloth?
It just feels better.
Good.
Yeah, you keep turning it over. Put it on your eyes because the headache is just so...
That horrible hangover sleep where you just keep waking up over and over again all day long, and then you finally get your shit together, and then we went and did it all over again.
and then after you're down a couple of beers, you're like, did I really even feel that bad?
Right.
I don't even think I really felt that bad.
I wasted my 20s and a few years in the 30s that way. I mean, literally not seeing the weekends during the day.
Yeah.
And then, it would start on Thursday. Oof. And then, when I was the Opester.
Oh.
I was telling this story recently.
When I was the Opester.
Oh, there's 3. There's Greg, there's Opie, and the Opester.
Oh, yeah.
When I was the Opester, when I thought I was fucking cool as shit.
Yeah.
I'd walk around WCMF when, I first started in radio, bragging how many days in a row I was drinking. And
nice.
I would walk around the radio station trying to get attention for it.
That's cool, though.
Isn't that embarrassing?
No, wow.
Fuck yeah.
Thumbs up.
And everyone would play into wow, you're up. I forgot.
Hey, Hope, you on a bender, huh?
Like, man, it's been 21 straight days.
Man.
And I could only imagine now when I walked away from these cubicles what these guys would say.
You think they're cool?
Oh, fuck yeah. I thought I was the coolest.
Cool, man.
No, I know
Hang
it.
with him.
I have life experience now, so I have no doubt what they were saying after I left. But at the time, being young and fucking thinking I was cool, I would brag. I'd come in, and then it became a thing. Well, No, man, I'm up to 22 days.
Did your friends call you the cruiser?
How douchey is that?
That story you told.
Right. That's douchey, right?
Oh, it's real douchey.
That's douchey, right?
Yeah.
Bragging about it.
Hey guys. Hey guys. Oh no.
It's not douchey if you're like, I had a few straight days, but when you keep an account, like, I gotta keep the streak going.
And then it became that, because then I'm like, I think I'm even cooler by keeping this going.
I'm even cool.
Oh my God.
Holy
and the streak ends when you're fucking, you're being put in handcuffs, and there's an old person's walker on the fucking hood of your car.
Shit.
Speaking of which, what I found from those days, a little earlier when I was in college, my son opened up a trunk that's in my foyer that's been sitting under a mirror for years.
Are you a magician?
My old fucking... It's a trunk I guess my dad had. It's one of those fucking trunks they would come off the boat with their shit.
Old school.
I got one of those, old school. And he opens it up, and there's a whole bundle of letters from my college girlfriend.
Oh, shit.
I talked about this on the show before.
Did you read them?
And my wife's asking, and I swear, I grabbed these from my parents' house. I was going to throw them away, but I'm like, I think this would be great for the radio.
Yeah.
And I forgot about them.
Yeesh.
So I got to get the courage to bring them in and read them. But I'm bummed I don't have what I wrote to her.
Right,
because that would
right.
be Opster shit.
Maybe, though, we can kind of figure.
I've tried to look her up.
We could try to figure out what you wrote based on what she wrote back to you.
Yeah, I'll bring him in.
Yeah.
I got to get a little braver, though. Because I know it was awesome.
Oh, boy.
Oh, boy.
I think it was cringy.
Oh, yeah.
You know, all that
It was like the first sign of...
Fucking embarrassing.
Feeling for someone, so...
Oh.
Blue Moon is the worst piss water beer ever. It's made by Coors.
There you go.
Ouch. I like it.
Any beer you mention that you like, someone will say what a fucking shitty piss it is, and then recommend something that they like. But fuck you.
Thank you, Ant. Because, I mean, if I wanted to be kind of like a hipster, I would have thought of some beer.
Yeah.
But I'm just telling the one I do like.
It's always they always have some obscure fucking micro brew that they want to fucking turn you on to.
That's right, I do, Ed. How about 6 Points over in Brooklyn? They make some of the best fucking beer in the world, and you got the overblown fucking oldest frat boy in the world, Opie, drinking fucking Coors fucking products and thinking it's good. Holy shit!
Cares?
Live in the fucking mecca of
The oldest frat boy. Look, I've been back to homecoming. Well, not in a few years now, but trust me, there are older frat guys.
Oh, no.
And I've never wanted to be that guy, so I think I finally tapped out as far as homecomings go.
You know what I like? Bud Light.
I hate Coors, actually.
No, you're drinking it, dude. You're fucking...
I understand what you're saying, but I've never liked Coors at all, but I do like Blue Moon.
Oh, Opie, please.
What am I supposed to drink?
What's
Please
cool?
tell me.
Yeah. Tell us.
I'm going to tell you straight up. The best fucking brewery in New York, I think, is 6 Points over in Brooklyn. They make a beer called Resin that might be the best fucking beer in the country.
Really?
All right, hold on. I'm going to keep an open mind. What is this Resin about?
Like to open his mind.
Double IPA. It's about 9% alcohol.
Double IPA.
Yeah, because 9% alcohol. You want that? Why do you want it to taste like fucking alcohol?
Yeah.
No, it's...
Dude,
it tastes like grapefruit juice in a can. It's delicious.
I don't like... Grapefruit juice sucks. Bitter shit. Want to be orange juice without the sweet yumminess.
Yeah.
Shut up.
Right. It's great. It's orange juice with a cunty wife.
And why do you need 9% alcohol in your beer?
Okay, well, that's just one. That's one.
Because beer, it is cool that you can drink a bunch of them without, like, getting totally fucking...
If I want to do that, I'll drink like a Chimay or something.
Well, I'd stop drinking the Chimay.
Who likes to drink a ton of beers? I mean, you get all bloated and fucking... Nobody likes to drink a ton of beers.
No, a lot of people like to drink a ton of beers. That's why you drink something like Bud Light, you dumb fuck.
No, and we don't need to fit in skinny jeans.
I know you can't. You're a working man.
Because you could just sit there and drink them all day by the pool.
Right.
I'm not sitting there fucking looking at the bouquet coming. If I want to be classy, I'll fucking drink some wine. Shut up, you dumb beer snob.
I used to drink the Chimays, but the hangovers were horrendous because one of those fucking things was like, how many beers you think? 3?
Yeah.
one Chimay is about 3 beers, probably. So you can't have a lot of it. And the Chimays are very tasty, but they fuck you up too quick.
Dude, can I ask you one question?
Sure.
Yes.
What's wrong with the beer we got?
We got that clip
pretty good. It drank pretty good.
But you didn't explain what.
We got 6-point resin.
We understand your 6 points.
What's the resin taste like again?
Grapefruit juice.
Grapefruit juice.
That's delicious.
Oh, Edgar likes it. Must be good.
It's good for your teeth.
Hey, you know what's a good Peels is a good drinking beer.
A good drinking beer.
Don't joke. There's a place in Manhattan I used to go to. It's like an old trailer that's a bar. Ooh. Someone maybe help me out with the name of it. And they only had the cheap ass beers.
Yeah.
And it brought you right back to being in the fucking woods with your friends or whatever.
Some Schlitz.
Just all that shit they had.
Yeah,
and
or
honestly,
Schmitz, too. It's good.
Pabst.
I forget all of them now, but remember those cheap beers, and when you have one of them, it brings you right back, and you realize it wasn't that bad.
Oh,
the Schaefer's.
Love that.
But anything Meisterbrau still?
Oh, sure, yeah.
I tell you one thing, I enjoyed a Schaefer.
Absolutely no flavor at all. I don't get it with you guys.
Flavor.
I was broke when I was young. I was broke. I had no money.
Exactly.
Yeah, we
fancy.
We had to drink what we could get, and it was the cheap shit.
Talking about enjoying the cheap shit at this age.
It brought me back, is what I'm saying.
Schaefer was good. That tasted good.
At this point.
You give me a Schaefer at my lunch. I have a nice beer. I go back to the job site. You drink your fancy
you kids
resin
today.
rosin.
My beer is Rheingold, the dry beer. Think of Rheingold whenever you buy beer.
I think this place is still around, but it's an actual trailer in the middle of Manhattan. And it's a bar. It's cool.
What do you think of Guinness?
I like Guinness. I like stout.
All right, see, Guinness is way too fucking over the top for me.
I love a good Guinness.
Too bitter and heavy and all that. Yeah, I'm a light beer faggot.
I just like the
I'm
fact
a light
that
beer faggot, except for Blue Moon, but besides that, I always go light beer.
I'll go downstairs, pour out a pitcher of Bud Light, put it in the fridge in the summertime, sit by the pool, and just drink fucking... It's kind of nice. It's nice and cold. It's not heavy. It's not this big... I'm not having to assess every fucking mouthful.
That sounds like an alcoholic right there, guy.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, wow.
Guy with ears.
But I never
This guy's a bore at a party. He's just criticizing everyone's beer. Yeah. The girls are like, shut up and get me anything. I
think you're just drinking that to get a buzz, man. You're not drinking it.
Oh, wow. That's right. Drinking just to get a buzz. Wow, me and the earth.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think Anthony is drinking just to get out of bed. I think you're
at this point, yeah.
He's lifting it to it with a tire on his neck like Mickey Rourke.
Yes, Mickey Rourke. To my friends.
Lady die.
Well, we do have some common ground because I never went for the basic beers. I was never a Budweiser guy. All that shit. Never. I need a little something going on in my beers, but I don't need the IPAs with the 9% double IP fuckwad beer that tastes like fucking grapefruit. Although E-Rock brought over a beer that tasted like Fruity Pebbles, he said it tasted like Fruity Pebbles, and goddamn it tasted like Fruity Pebbles, and it was pretty good.
E-Rock.
It's amazing what the brewers are doing out there with flavors for beers these days.
Oh, it's amazing.
Yeah.
It really isn't.
Gives a shit.
They don't make steering wheel flavor because that's eventually what you're going to want them tasting.
Airbag powder light.
Yeah, exactly. Prison pillar flavored.
In Walmart.
What?
And they just like the same guy that would shop at a Target or a Walmart instead of going.
If there's something in a Target or a Walmart that I would need that would work,
online, of course
I would fucking just buy. Yeah, why? What's the matter? You're a wannabe kind of rich guy, but you're a snob.
No.
You're a snob.
He's a hipster.
You're a hipster snob.
What are you wearing today? What are you wearing? Like a scuba diver?
Yeah. What do you have?
What do you got?
What do you have?
What's your outfit today? Do you got a cowboy hat and fucking
a monocle, a top hat, and a World Wrestling Federation belt?
And I'm only growing the facial hair on my cheekbones.
Just the cheekbones.
Just the cheekbones, right?
2 puffs on my cheekbones.
Because that's what
none of my
hipsters
hipster
do.
friends even mention it.
Right.
I've been wearing the same pajama bottoms for 2 days and doing bong hits righteously.
That's good. I bet it's the greatest weed, too.
Oh, you kidding me?
Oh, man. He only buys a speck of it. You can't even see it. It's one little speck.
All right, hold on. We got Doggy Daddy who wants in on this conversation.
Hi.
Doggy Daddy from Rome, New York.
What he's talking about? That beer's made in Utica, New York, not down there in
not made in Brooklyn, is it? It's made in Utica.
Is it good beer?
Oh, hell no. But you got to get the Serenat.
Hold on, is it good beer?
Like Sam's.
Okay, it's not good beer. Is that what you're saying, guy from Rome, New York?
Oh, it's just really, really weak.
Weak? What do you mean? It's 9% alcohol and it tastes fucking great.
Yeah, you guys calling me a drunk.
Alcohol, yeah? I can go out there and drink a bottle.
I'm going to go out on a limb and say that I don't think Doggy Daddy would appreciate a good IPA.
No. I think this is a stock option.
I think he's more into the crystal meth.
Yeah.
All right. What?
That guy sounds like you're drinking right now.
What?
Are you drinking right now, Lady Di? Are you drinking right now?
What?
Oh, boy.
I'll have you know, I'll be drinking in about 20 minutes. Because I just got
you
my
already
Hannity
like that guy sounds like you've already had like fucking 3 Bud Lights already. You're talking to a lush.
That's Bud Light.
This guy does bong hits all day, and he's calling Doggy Daddy lush.
Bong hits, he drinks 9% alcohol beer, and then he points the fucking...
But see, he doesn't think he's a lush because he thinks his beer is cool.
Of course, that's why. You know what a hipster dick fuck you are? Oh, Christ.
What are you wearing right now, hipster?
It's best if you drink it with a funnel up your ass. Right. You get the true flavors. You're an asshole.
I'm wearing a vest and a hockey helmet.
Yes.
Why? With ski goggles. You have a problem with this?
Yes. In June.
Right. I'm a hipster.
That's what I do.
Right.
Not a hipster.
Yeah.
You have to look at your boy Sal to see a hipster, not me.
And I'm only growing my neck hair.
Just neck beard.
Just neck hair.
I have a neck beard and an ancient Roman bracer on my left wrist. You fucking wannabe.
All right. Thank you. All right, buddy. Enjoy your IPA.
Exhausted.
Double IPA with the 9% alcohol.
9%
Good for you.
Fucking alcohol. That every fucking time I take a picture during the summer, it's just like, relaxing by the pool, and someone catches the Bud Light or something. What the fuck is wrong with...
I'd rather not drink if it's only Bud Light or Bud. I do like a good craft beer.
Bubbly,
I'm not gonna lie to you.
It's cold. It's fizzy. I don't give a shit.
But I don't know that world. Like I'll go to F.H. Riley's, my brother's joint. I haven't talked about it in a while. 400 New York Avenue in the heart of Huntington Village, and he has a very nice selection of beers. But I don't know any of them. So I go, which one is popular right now? And he fucking pours me one. I'm like, oh, that's nice. But then I forget that I ever drank it or what the name is. I'm just not in that world. I guess
that's true.
But there is some good shit out there.
6 points from Brooklyn. 9%. He's fucking showing up at his friend's house with polio crutches and a fucking a fucking aviator scarf
with the Raleigh Fingers mustache. And a cowboy hat.
That's wrong with this guy.
And not one of his friends is brave enough to say you look like a complete asshole.
Oh, my God. He's got elbow pads made out of conch shells.
Right.
What's he doing?
I hope the hipsters realize they're not hip anymore because it's become the norm. The whole thing about being hip is to go against the grain completely. And then when you see everyone else around you doing the exact same thing, now you're all not going against the grain anymore. Then at that point, you turn around and go the other way.
Yep. Fucking,
stupid hipsters. Schaefer, the one beer when you're having more than one.
Schaefer is the... Yeah, that was good stuff. My father drank Schaefer. That was in the old metal cans with that giant seam down the side and shit.
Oh, fuck yeah.
And it was
they knew how to make a beer can.
And I'd be like, let me have a sip of beer. And he'd be like, all right.
Right.
And it was always so fucking good, cold.
That's what I'm saying.
And like Schaefer-y, very strong tasting for shit beer.
This place in Manhattan, they have this. You should go there.
Yeah.
It's a dumb trailer.
Should.
And they have Schaefer on tap.
Schaefer. Oh, those cans are great. You're fucking leaving these impending wounds on child's feet, laying all over the backyard. Those pop-off caps, tabs that you would just throw on the ground.
What's the name? Can we find the name of the place in Manhattan? Because maybe they have a beer menu. Now I'm curious to see what kind of beers they got at this joint.
What was the song for Schaefer?
I think it's called Trailer Park or something even.
Is the one beer to have when you're having more than one. Yeah.
Trailer Park Lounge?
There you go. I think that's the place.
Sandy Canaan.
Look at this. Look at how old school that is. You should go here, man. I'm telling you. Yes. Go to the cocktails.
It's a little trailer like that?
Yeah, and it's like...
What?
It's a hip place. It's not
like one of those little Airstream trailers, though. What?
I haven't gone...
How do you fit in there?
Quite honestly, I haven't gone here in about 10 years, but...
Where is it?
I think it's in Midtown, I want to say.
I've never seen it.
And what do they got on the menu?
Bottle beer, Corona, Heineken, Bud Light.
Oof.
Wow, they're really...
Oh, they might have changed their tune.
I think they just...
Oh, no, I see what you did. On tap, Rolling Rock, Miller Lite, Sam Adams. But in the cans is your cheap beers, your Pabst, Schaefer, and Rheingold.
Rheingold.
You can get a good can of Rheingold.
But it's a hip place. It's not like, it's a happening. Whatever.
You used to not be able to crush those metal cans.
Hell no.
You were trying to fucking crush... They were really tough cans.
Your dad liked a nice can of Schaefer?
Oh, the cans of Schaefer would fucking flow.
Would he ever drink a 6-pack in a row?
What? What?
You guys do beer can collections?
Him, his buddies would be out back by the picnic table.
Yeah.
And it was just our job. We were constantly running in the house, grabbing beers out of the fridge and bringing them out.
Really?
Yeah.
You were the delivery system.
Yep. That was it.
Sunset Wheat. God damn it, Devin.
Sunset
Let's
Wheat.
give him some airtime, please. Go ahead, Devin.
Hey, Ope, how's it going, man?
We assholes.
What's up?
Hey, pretty sure that beer E-Rock brought over would have been Sunset Wheat by Leinenkugels. It's brewed out here in Chippewa Falls, Wisconsin.
There you go. That's the one that kind of tastes like Fruity Pebbles.
Yeah, my cousin lives in Oyster Bay. He has me ship the stuff out to him when he can't find it.
I think you could find it, because E-Rock just lives in Jersey.
I load him up in a big fucking tractor trailer, and then I run block in a Trans Am.
Yeah.
It's the best way to do it. Keep Smokey off your ass. I swear. It's great.
Good stuff, though. Best in the summer.
Right on, brother. Thank you.
Best in the summer.
It was good, man. Mm-hmm. That one was all right when we had a nice little beach fire.
There's
going.
Mr. Rock.
Where'd you get your Sunset Wheat from? You like a good craft beer, right?
Yeah.
Craft
I actually
beer.
grown to like those better than
E-Rock.
regular beers.
Don't change.
What did you used to drink before you got into the craft beers?
Gravy.
And that would be right.
Gravy. It never ends.
Yeah, you brought over the Fruity Pebbles beer. That was nice.
Yes, it was very good.
Yeah,
it tastes like fruit. You can't have too many of them.
No.
You got to mix it up a little bit.
Well, that's just it. All these craft beers, they're like, no, you can't have too many of them. What if I'm drinking all day? I need a beer I could have.
You got to find it.
Yeah, what if?
What if scenario? What are you, crazy?
Yeah.
You got to have like a secondary beer, kind of.
That's why my 2 taps downstairs, one is Bud Light, the other is Guinness.
That's
on tap,
that's
nitrogen, the whole deal. And at night, sometimes a couple of Guinness is fine. During the day in the summer, fucking just keep those Bud Lights coming out back.
Never got into Guinness. Just never.
Guinness is great,
Never
especially on tap like that. Nice, creamy fucking Guinness. That shit's good.
How many calories is a Guinness?
Oh, don't even ask, Jimmy. It goes right to my thighs.
I never realized beer was so fattening, but it is. I mean,
it's got to be at least 200 calories per Guinness, right? Let's get the calories on a Guinness there, for us old men. Huh?
Guinness will make you shit pretty heavy, too.
Yeah.
Oh, a Guinness shit is like, do you ever tar a roof?
Yeah.
I swear, that streak on the bottom of the toilet will last through 10 flushes.
Is there anything worse than when you drop a shit and flush quickly and and all of a sudden it's cement hardens and there's still a cluster and you have a girl coming over so you got to roll up toilet paper on your fucking hand?
I like it.
Scrub your
Did you ever, story becomes...
Yeah, did you ever last week ever scrub shit off your own toilet? Fucking girl coming over.
Oh, my God.
Guinness has less calories than most beer.
Amazing.
125 calories.
Yep.
Per glass.
Isn't that amazing?
I think that average beer is
8 million calories.
Right? Oh, I would have thought less.
Astounding.
Like Budweiser has 145 calories.
That's it. Okay.
145.
You know, talking about drinking.
Yes.
Yesterday we brought up doing another super show. I feel like 2014 could bring another Tequila and Donut Day.
Now that was a fun show right there.
That's going to be tough to fucking do again. Though.
Yeah, I know.
That was just one of those.
That was impromptu.
That
so
was.
Plan that.
We've always had problems over the years when we try to force something that worked.
It worked once, and then we try to do it again.
Fuck.
There's no luster to it.
Remember?
No, we've done that a lot.
Remember the song fucking with what's his name? The Indian homeless guy?
Grey Wolf.
Grey Wolf. Yeah, remember that?
Yeah.
Try to redo the song, and it just was shit.
That choking bum just couldn't come up with one more fucking verse.
He had sheer brilliance the first time he did it, and then it was just garbage.
Couldn't he come up with one more verse? Like, he just couldn't do it?
We tried for years. For years we were on that project.
Just dip it to Tommy.
Because everyone said, holy fuck, this guy's singing from the heart.
You got to move on to the next homeless guy.
Right. Yeah. He loves you.
I'm a crap.
He follows you,
don't like
everything.
that?
Well,
He loves you.
Hey, look, I think he's a great guy and a great
like that song?
success story.
He might be.
I might not have liked that version, let's just say.
He's gonna be,
What the hell I'm doing? Yeah.
he's going to be on
What?
He's going to be on The Voice because of us.
Is he?
Yeah.
I think he told me to shut up though about it.
Whoops.
I still talk to the mustard.
Oh.
Yeah. Supposedly he's going to be on The Voice, and that's all because of us.
Good
and
for
him coming
him.
in that day. It's an
very
amazing
happy.
story.
Very happy for him. Don't mistake. No, I don't want anyone mistaking the fact that I don't really appreciate that version of that song by him.
It's too bad.
In any way. Do not confuse that with the fact that I wish him only the best.
Wow.
Yes.
Let's say hi to Missy in New York City. Missy.
Hey, guys.
Hey.
Hi.
Hi.
Missy.
I actually live right next door to that trailer park place.
You know, where is it located?
It's on 23rd and East.
Oh, now we know where you live.
Down there. All right.
Look for Missy.
Yeah.
Coming home with some groceries.
I'll just be walking up to women. Are you Missy? With a trench coat on, my dick hanging out.
Love me, honey.
Are you Missy?
Whoa, she said you would love me, honey.
Oh, yeah? Why is that, Missy?
Oh, I'm a big Bengal fan. I'm actually getting a little Bengal for myself. I love beer, and I really enjoy good gaming.
Oh, look at that. Gaming, Bengal, kitties.
Three things Ant doesn't care about when he's trying to fuck a girl.
Jesus. Let's take a look at your Facebook. Can we take a look at your Facebook page?
Sure, go for it.
Uh-oh.
You want it off the air or on the air? That's up to you.
I'll do it off the air if you want. Or you can go to my Instagram at MissyNYC.
Well, why don't we just
Oh, you're Missy NYC. I think I follow you.
You don't follow me, but you like a lot of my stuff.
Oh, shit. Not good
Yeah,
enough to follow.
I've heard Missy NYC on Instagram. I do like a lot of your stuff.
Thanks. I know. I love the freaks. You're my favorite when it comes to the freaks.
When are you getting a little Bengal?
I'm not getting him until March or so because he's only like 6 days old.
Oh, she's cute. Where do you live?
She lives downtown,
Oh,
but
in the
next to the fucking trailer place.
She lives in She lives in Dimpleville.
Yeah, hey, Kirk Douglas.
Oh, my God.
You have a cute dimple.
You know what you do? You grab Bengal kittens by the face, and then you shake your hand around and do that as they're growing up. And they really like it and never bite you or scratch you back.
Yeah. Do that with a pit bull, too. But you don't grab it with your hand. You grab his face with your clitoris.
Yeah.
Missy, what can you tell us about the Trailer Park Lounge?
It's really not that great.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah, I went
Make
there
me look
because
like an asshole.
I have cheap friends, and they wanted to go there. And so we get there, and it's just full of really fucking weird people. And they remind me of old bus drivers.
I had the complete opposite experience.
Actually, a lot of people, some of them look like Lady Di, no joke.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and then there's it's just a weird range of ages, but they do have this really dope bowl of all this alcohol, and you can share it with 4 straws.
Ew.
That sucks.
Oh, with people you know.
Share it with,
Oh, I thought it was you sharing it with the bus driver-looking people and Lady Di-looking people.
Would you share I would never share out of a straw people's backwash.
Oh, fuck
like
yeah.
that?
No.
In Harvard, you would share the Scorpion Bowls at that Chinese restaurant, which I think is also a comedy club.
Oh, yeah?
They were famous for their Scorpion Bowls, but when you ordered them, you had to point out your friends. Because Because I forgot, this is many years ago, but I think you had to have at least 4 people. And it would be a huge fucking alcoholic mess.
Fish tank kind of a thing?
It was big, man. It was like, I don't remember exactly how it came now. It's been many years. And then you would just sit there with straws and just sip away.
Just sucking it down.
She hung up. Missy hung up.
Oh, she lives by the beer trailer.
Yeah, that's a big thing in Harvard, the Scorpion Bowls.
Harvard.
I believe to this day they still do them.
Aren't they amazing?
But
I always goof on fucking Harvard.
I feel like we went to this place when we were in Boston. I think I showed you the joint back in the day. It was upstairs. It was a Chinese place, but it had a pretty happening bar scene.
Hey, nah, I don't remember much
about Boston.
No, not with that fucking wife. Get all that out of my system.
I feel like I dragged you there once.
Maybe. Get me out of the house.
Yeah. All right, we're going to take a break. I don't know. We don't need to tease anything. You guys will probably still listen, hopefully.
Yeah, hang around.
Farts?
No.
We both chickened out on the Scarlett Johansson picture.
Yeah. I just didn't want the rejection.
I said hi, and then after that, I didn't know what to do.
Oh, you should have squeezed the big tits.
I didn't know what to do.
Honk.
So I just went to the bar.
Honk.
Uncomfortably.
Yeah.
I ran away from the situation.
Yeah.
Because what do you say to her? And Ryan Reynolds, he almost remembered he was on our show that day.
Oh, I know. I
remember that?
Almost remember.
He almost remembered.
Yeah.
There was like a little glitter in his eye, like, oh wait, how do we know these guys? And then we had to tell him, and he was like, oh yeah, so yeah. And then we're like, yeah, and he's like, yeah. Anyway, well, all right, man.
I wound up
Good talking to you.
I wound up rocking out with Edward Norton that night.
Oh, that's right.
I was rocking out with Edward Norton on the balcony.
Forgot about that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. He was a good enough guy.
Yeah.
Sure.
He likes Radiohead, huh?
Yeah, apparently he does.
Remember that Frozen T-shirt thing we did yesterday?
Oh, God. Yeah, did you see a few yesterday? Yeah.
By the way, a guy named Lazy Bob on the Twitter, I guess he's the new guy. I understand what's going on in the underground world.
Oh.
He might be one of the new guys.
All right.
And he took our audio, and he synced it up with the videos that we were watching yesterday, which is a fucking great thing that the fans are doing. And, I got to hijack a couple of these videos for my own channel.
Yeah.
And I certainly did. So
going to take them, yeah.
I took the Frozen T-shirt one that Lazy Bob edited, and it's on my YouTube channel, Opie Radio. Check it out. It's hilarious. It's so much fucking funnier when you see us. You don't see us, but you hear us, and you see the video we're commenting on.
Yeah.
It's like Mystery of Science Theater. It's like Beavis and Butthead-ish at times. It's such a great little fucking concept.
Yeah. I mean, really, that's where things are going.
And, more and more of these type of videos are popping up in the Opie and Anthony world. So the latest one, though, I threw it on my channel. There's other ones. I think there's I don't know. I'll tweet where it is. I got to be careful. Anyway, so we did the Frozen T-shirt thing yesterday. And then, we love our listeners because then they bring to our attention all sorts of things during the day. And I love that about Twitter. And they all were retweeting Sean Hannity and putting us in the mention to make us aware that Sean Hannity was doing the Frozen T-shirt thing yesterday.
I saw it yesterday. I saw it last night. I'm like, oh, no, don't do it. Don't do it. No. And then
a little late to the party.
Yeah, everybody else is.
It went from a thing to do to now everyone's making fun of the fact that all these news channels did it.
Yeah.
And then he's doing it and teasing it like, oh, my God, this is an amazing thing that I'm about to do.
It's, first of all, we discussed this yesterday. It's not amazing. You know what is kind of amazing to me? And what's a lot better than a T-shirt freezing?
Right.
The billions and billions of gallons of water in the Great Lakes. How about the fact that those froze?
Right.
How about the fact that there's ice on those?
Well, they showed the picture out of Chicago. That was
looked
impressive.
Great. That's impressive right there.
Especially knowing, like, when, we were growing up, that we had T-shirts that looked just like that in our rooms.
Hey, right? Yeah, exactly. Bang it on the fucking bedpost. Clunk.
That thing wasn't moving after a while.
Didn't even have to be in the cold.
No, we're talking about cum-soaked T-shirts for the people that don't understand what that was about.
Yeah.
I got a tweet saying search is coming in across the hall this morning.
That
would be sick.
He's doing the sway?
Is he doing sway?
I got it from a young lady.
Nice.
Who've sent it to all three of us.
All right. Well, maybe we'll get the search.
Is it legit?
I think she is, yeah.
What time?
I don't know if it's here or not.
Across the hall is across the hall, no? We only have one across the hall neighbor.
Yeah.
I'm assuming.
Sway, who's right over there.
And Sway would be the show you would go to. It's a hip-hop show.
It has to be Sway. It has to be.
No, it's a girl. Oh, okay, it's a girl. He's saying he's coming in today, this morning, across the hall.
Okay, so that would be...
Unless she's working somewhere else and saying across the hall from her. I don't know.
Oh,
Maybe Kenny can check the...
what a
list.
vague fucking tweet that is. Across the hall from her would mean nothing to us.
Right, but across the hall would be Sway, which means
I think she's talking about Sway, but I don't...
we could open that door and go, yo, search!
Yo, search!
Yo, search! Keeping it real right in here!
You come in going, yeah, I'm keeping it real.
Yo!
Keeping it real.
From the streets.
Yeah, I could absolutely say, hey, I haven't missed an episode yet.
Good point.
I saw you on Arsenio. I saw you on PIX 5 o'clock news. Oh, thank you, man. Thank you.
If we can get him in here, you should try to do like an Arsenio interview with him. Be like, I've found that...
Now, back in the day, you... Arsenio.
You had 1.5 hits, period.
I'd say 1 2.5.
Really?
He had 2 half hits.
2 half hits?
Yes.
Okay.
Which doesn't equal 1 whole hit, by the way.
He's a one-hit wonder.
Chap lips are so fucking dangerous. You could grab onto a piece of little loose skin with your fucking tooth or your fingernails and go like, all right, there's this Russian roulette. Is it going to just come off and you'll be like, now I don't have that poking at me.
Right.
Or is it going to tear that thin red stripe all the way to your tongue?
You ever pull at it a lot faster, thinking it would do less damage?
Yeah.
And then
it's going to be like
horribly wrong,
like a tablecloth under teacups.
Right.
It doesn't quite work.
You go for the quick, all right, I know I can take care of this, and you just go.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden it just gets snagged and caught. It just goes
you gotta
all the way
pull
up
in the same direction it's pointing.
Oh, I am.
If you pull back,
what, do you think I'm a fucking rookie?
Well, just letting the audience know so they don't endanger themselves.
You unravel like a fucking mummy.
Yeah, that's
I might have a picking issue every once in a while. I know the ins and outs of picking.
Oh, chap lips suck.
Yeah.
And then yesterday at the dentist with the chap lips, that was fun.
I thought you
when you gotta really you gotta open your mouth wide and it's just cracking open.
Want me to lick them?
Yeah, do that. Lick them with your cock.
So I hear you're a day closer to the fake teeth.
Fake? They're not fake
Big,
teeth.
Fat, fake.
For those of you keeping your scorecard, I had the permanent bridge put in over here. It spans over, an empty spot. It's in there.
Where are they putting the empty spot, though? I understand the bridge concept.
That's why it's a bridge. The 2 teeth on either side are capped.
Right.
And then in the middle is
nothingness?
Another. But there's nothing, but it's a tooth. It's like a porcelain tooth connected on the bridge that spans between the 2 other caps. And they fucking cement that shit in there. That's great. You asshole.
Oh, you're going to look like that?
Some fake denture
You're going to look all right, man, with this.
No.
Some fucking case of Freedent.
Now,
are you going to put your teeth in, something during breaks?
Should I do that during breaks?
Yeah.
And then pop them in quick for a read?
What do you have to put them in? I forget. Polydent or something?
Yeah, you put it in a little glass at your bedside table?
No.
What was it called?
Effrident.
Every tooth in my head is permanent. It is not, they don't come out. Mm-hmm. It isn't a denture.
Like your hair.
And exactly, it's real growing teeth. It's now the fronts, as I've said many times in the past.
This is where we can't look at you. Because I know it's going to go horribly wrong.
Discolored. You're going
to be like, it's not that bad.
They were discolored when I was in my early teens. I had to take tetracycline for my mild acne, which people said looked like, one guy really made me feel bad. He said, someone set my face on fire and put it out with cleats. I felt I think I cried at that. I think I had to cry.
But why did Dad say that, Mom? Oh, my God.
So back in the day, it was so bad.
That's why you can handle the haters, I think.
You know what? Oh, it was the worst.
We had real haters.
Exactly.
Right to your fucking face.
Right to it.
Not
they
some
were mean.
asshole in their basement hiding from you.
Oh, were they mean?
2 inches from the face.
Oh, just meanies.
Did that bother you when he said that?
Oh, it bothered me so bad.
Did he say just you two, or the people around?
There were people around, and I'm going around thinking maybe it's looking better today. It's no, it just was terrible. So they didn't have Accutane back then. So they just load you up with fucking antibiotics and shit.
Does Accutane work?
Yes. It's the best. If you could get that taken care of before any scarring happens, you'll be golden. It's fucking amazing. Although I think it fucking might make you sterile or give you 3-headed kids, or teens have been known to kill themselves while they're taking it. But I think that's just depression from their acne. I don't know.
Yeah.
But anyway, it works. I finally took it at the young, tender age of 35 years old when it was finally available to me, thanks. That's great. It's like fucking paving 1 square mile of the moon. It doesn't quite work. Damage has been done. It sucks. What are you going to do? Real.
Yeah, let me go to Tommy, because he's going to explain it a little further for you. Go ahead, Tommy.
Hey, good morning, guys. Anthony, is tetracycline to your teeth what a thyroid woman to a fat chick?
No, it really works. I mean, it's not just an excuse, but it does. It discolors your teeth.
Does it clean up your chlamydia? Because someone is saying they also take it for chlamydia. Is that true?
You know what?
Yes, girl Anthony fucked. You're on the line.
If Buzz gave me chlamydia back then I never knew it.
Let's go to James in L.A. James, what's this chlamydia connection?
Yeah, I was unfortunately, when I was in Los Angeles, fucked around and caught chlamydia one time, and tetracycline is actually an antibiotic for that.
Well, it still is. It's an antibiotic.
So.
Yeah, back to the story.
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
But it discolors your teeth. So I got all nice teeth now in the back and stuff, and I want everything taken care of. So I'm getting veneers, laminates. They go over your existing teeth. They're not caps. They're not dentures. They're not fucking anything that replaces your teeth and stuff. They are veneers that go over the front. They're the same shape and everything. It will just make it so it's not discolored anymore.
But it's like when you wear layers in the winter, you look a little bigger. So your teeth are going to look a little bigger with that extra layer on
they
it.
do take. They're so thin.
How thin are they?
They're very thin, and then they do just shave enough off the front that it fits right on there.
They're going to shave the front of your teeth?
Not as much. They don't go to the nerve. It's not like fucking Marathon Man.
Fucking hurt.
When Anthony laughs, we're going to look under
it's very
and see
safe.
the double tooth.
No.
No, we're going to see a double tooth.
No, because it goes under.
Are we going to see that black shit in your gums?
No, I swear.
Oh, it goes under like a little hook?
Yes, it's like a little ledge. So they like eliminate a little of that. They shave out the front, and then they pop it on there. You just don't. When my dentist is fantastic.
Like it's gonna be painful, though.
No, it
is
takes
she saying
a while.
It's going to be painful?
No. Here's the deal, though.
Right.
It takes 4 hours to do half of the top, and then 4 hours for the other half, and then 4 hours for the bottoms.
Wow.
It's
4, 8, 12, 16 hours.
It's a long time.
Sure.
So I have 2 appointments set up already.
8-hour appointments?
2 weeks. No, yeah. Well, no, 4 hours. They only do 4 hours at a time. But here's the deal. And she assured me that You won't be able to tell. It'll be fine. But there are temporaries that need to be on there until the laminates are made.
So they're going to shave your teeth down and just hook you up with those Halloween buck teeth?
No. She assures me.
Please don't fucking take a day off during that.
No. Now, the only difference, because now when you get these veneers,
right,
they're separate. They're individual veneers. They go, one per tooth. So there's spaces between. Everything looks beautiful.
But
it's very... The temporaries... The temporaries,
I knew there would be a catch.
One piece, but they do mold them where you see a space. But it's not like crazy, you know. But she assures me that like a week until they make up the veneers.
I hope the truck carrying your veneers flips over and catches on fire
in a blizzard somewhere.
6 months you have to wait.
I hope it does too. Right on the Comedy Store when you're doing a set.
That's right.
Turn into the Happy Land.
Just me and
Club.
5 people will be killed.
5 people will be happy it happened.
Oh, that's just sad.
Oh, God.
That was just sad.
It really is sad. So that's that's what's going to be happening in the coming weeks. The last, I believe, the middle of February here, and middle of January, and the beginning of February. This will all be going down.
Nice.
And it'll brighten my smile a little bit. It'll get rid of the discoloration.
Plus, all the teeth will be so much bigger.
No, they won't. It's going to be the exact same teeth, only...
Like a horse.
No. I'm not doing the Voss. Only they'll be a little white. Not white, bright white. They're going to match with the bridge work here.
I don't know.
It'll be wonderful.
All right.
Be wonderful.
Yeah. I just don't know.
Good luck to you.
Absolutely.
I'm sure it's going to work out just like that.
Hey, this dentist is a miracle worker.
Absolutely. Going to find fucking Anthony's head in Jack Waltz's bed.
Of course.
I'm sure they'll be fine.
Yeah. They will.
They won't be nearly. But your teeth, how are they going to hold them to your... How do they hold those?
They have the most amazing adhesives these days.
Really?
Oh, boy. Yeah. God, the things they fucking have to... When they mold your teeth, they got to, put, a thing in there, and you bite down, and it's gag-inducing. It's fucking chemically. And then there's this other thing they do that I don't remember they used to do this. There's this chemical they put on your gums now.
Oh, no.
It's called cum. It's called sodium bicum. What it does is it retracts your gums back. It recedes your gums. So when you mold the new teeth, you could get it molded where it's under the gum line.
Oh my God.
That's why
creepy.
they say, but that's why when you say, do you see any black under there? That doesn't happen anymore because they actually fit them further up than they got to go.
That black shit under your gums so we don't see it anymore.
But this shit tastes literally like vomit acid. It's like the acid that when you vomit, and you have to leave it on for 10 minutes. So you're sitting there like this, and just saliva is pouring out of your mouth. And I need the little suction thing. I hold it myself.
Do you video this? You should video this.
I really should.
Yeah.
I should video the next phase.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. It really is horrible stuff. But all that stuff just tastes so awful, but it works. And the cement really fastens in there. I had the temporary bridge in with the temporary cement for 2 weeks with nary a problem.
Without a hitch.
Oh, so I'm hoping for the best, though.
But how do they have a glue that sticks to... I mean, I know the tooth is porous, but how does a glue actually stick to a surface that's always getting wet and chewing and having fucking
amazing
crackers or whatever?
They got some good shit now.
They got that. They rough up the tooth. They make sure it's fucking dry before they do it, and then when they do it, it just fastens. My mouth.
And they mix that shit, and they have seconds to use it properly.
Yeah. Yep. They sit there. Okay, now.
Now, go. Put the tooth on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm still having a problem with my fucking tooth.
Oh, man.
What's wrong with
The
your
root
tooth?
canal tooth is still fucking achy.
You probably still have some shit going on.
Bottom or upper?
They think it might be a crack, so now I fucking have to go get a 3D X-ray.
The hell's that about?
Still bothers me. It's been fucking 4 months.
Is it upper or lower?
It's the famous hummus tooth.
Ah, the famous
upper in the
hummus tooth. You broke your tooth on hummus.
Yeah, I knew there might have been a problem. Then I might get braces soon.
Oh my God!
You might get what?
You don't go anywhere. You don't go.
Braces.
No, you don't go anywhere.
What happened? What?
Come on! What did we just hear? What did I hear? You just mumble something. We all have dental work, maybe that we're might have done.
I'm at the perfect age for braces.
You're not really getting braces, are you?
Thinking about it.
Like Quiz Kid Donnie and Magnolia?
I got some.
This is wonderful. What is that?
Is that Search? Yo, Search!
No, that's what's his name?
Who?
I think that's the guy that used to be on that show at Deadwood.
Oh, Timothy Olyphant?
Yeah, wasn't that Timothy Olyphant?
He was in another show recently too.
He's in a new show, Justified.
We've had him on.
We had him on?
Yeah, long time ago.
We
don't remember.
Yeah.
Lovely man.
So anyway, we'll take a break.
Yeah, let's talk about this old tinsel teeth. I want to know about that.
This is definitely what I intended on doing. He definitely went to Jared. So, what are you planning, maybe?
I bet this has been hinting for many years that I might want to look into the Invisalign for my my bottoms in the front.
How do they? What do they? How do they make them? They put them on while they're crooked and just.
I've had 2 crooked teeth in the bottom forever. I don't know, but I've been thinking about it. He says it's not that bad.
Are they inside the teeth?
Although he said it will affect your speech. I'm like, do you understand what I sound like now?
Oh my God! Could you imagine?
But then he's like, maybe you could take them out during the radio show.
What if?
No, that would be.
It's all those molds that you put one in.
It's a little different, and then the next one's a little different. Yeah.
Who's that?
Who that, yo?
Looks like a. I mean.
Who that, yo?
I really think that you should do it.
Really?
Yeah, it'd be funny. I mean, it'd be hilarious.
You don't think I'm too old for braces?
No, you mean you're gonna be alive for the fucking.
How
30
ironic
40 years.
if you start sounding like that fucking woman that we made fun of on MSNBC.
Melissa Harris Perry.
Yeah.
Can we get another clip of her? She's terrific to listen to.
Oh man.
I think the Blaze had a really good clip about her because she's into some crazy ideas.
What's Spade doing out there with his Jiffy Pop hat? It's a little smaller than it used to be, his hat, right?
Yeah.
He used to have on MTV, that thing was fucking giant. Looked like those things on the Taj Mahal.
It looked like a baseball bat bag.
Now it's just kind of, it's not that bad.
No.
Sweet.
So when are you thinking of going and doing this?
Maybe soon. I got to figure out this fucking root canal tooth still, but maybe I'll do it. Fuck it.
My teeth are the only part of me that haven't given me trouble. Like, I've had a couple of fillings and things. Like, my eyes suck, my sleep sucks, but my teeth have actually had very good luck with as far as being straight and not having any issues. Like, look.
Yeah. Aw.
Yeah.
A boyish grin.
Yeah, I've been told that many times.
It was nice.
Straight smile, Jimmy.
Lucky Jimmy.
You want to hear this clip from Melissa? We're going to go into this cold, but we just want.
What is she talking about?
It's an old clip.
I know, but we want to hear her.
Like Chippa.
Yeah, this fucking chick's great.
Morning, I'm Melissa Harris Perry. I want to talk today about a controversial word. It's a word that has been with us for years. And like it or not, it's indelibly printed in the pages of American history. A word that was originally intended as a derogatory term, meant to shame and divide and demean. The word was conceived of by a group of wealthy white men who needed a way to put themselves above and apart from a black man, to render him inferior and to diminish his accomplishments. President Obama has been labeled with this word by his opponents. And at first he rose above it, hoping that if he could just make a cause for what he'd achieved, his opponents would fail in making their label stick. But no matter how many successes
I think it's
that he had as president, he realized there were still many people for whom he'd never be anything more than that one disparaging word. a belief he knew was held not just by his political opponents, but also by a significant portion of the American electorate. And so he decided, if you can't beat him, you got to join him. And he embraced the word and made it his own, sending his opposition a message they weren't expecting. If that's what you want me to be, I'll be that. Y'all know the word that I'm talking about.
What? What?
Obamacare. That's right. I said it, and I'm not ashamed. And neither is President Obama.
I thought it was nigger. So did I. Jesus.
But do you see what she just did there? The punchline is nigger the whole time, even though she doesn't say it.
Right. Oh, my God.
Wow. Who saw that coming?
Enough of this shit.
She's talking about the president, and she wants you to think,
of course she does,
nigger, while she's talking about the president.
I know. Right.
That's even though she knows she's going into another direction.
Yep.
She is saying that safely because she knows that Obamacare is the word.
Right.
That's that fucking, oh my God.
That phony shit.
Yeah.
Some of that phony shit.
The word is Obamacare?
Really?
Yeah, Obamacare she's equating to nigger.
So that was, but she's saying that older white people came up with Obamacare to make themselves superior to people?
Yeah.
And then
I think she went a little far.
And then you feel like an asshole at home because you're thinking the N-word the entire time.
Oh, shit.
Oh, fuck, I guess I am a racist because it wasn't the N-word this time.
Oh, the answer's naggers. South Park.
Right.
Absolute genius that was.
Oh, that was great.
People will annoy us or whatever.
Horrified fucking audience.
With all those animated eyes in the audience.
Yeah, that was a good one.
I haven't watched South Park in years.
But is
it still good?
I don't know. They changed Cartman's voice. I'm pissed.
They did?
Yeah.
What was that about?
I think they gave up on processing it or something, or because
it used to be way up here.
And now he just sounds like Stan and Kyle. He just sounds like they all sound the same now.
What are you talking about? What's that about?
I don't know, but I've noticed.
No.
I don't like it. And that, like Cartman's voice, he'll go into it where it'll be like, screw you, guy.
I'm getting ahead.
But, like, his voice really has changed to a more normal, unprocessed kind of.
This is an old one, Ro.
Is that an old one?
No, this is the new episode.
All right, new episode. Let me just. You'll notice he sounds more like fucking. All right. All right.
All right, stop. This is not how you fight. You think this is a joke? On Black Friday, there's going to be thousands of shoppers trying to get inside that mall, keeping you from getting Xbox Ones. So what do? We survey each enemy, and we attack their weak spots.
It sounds like the other
Scott Malkinson has diabetes.
Who does that voice, Matt or Trey?
That's Matt, I think.
Do you think
so? Maybe Matt,
maybe Trey.
Trey.
So maybe Trey, like you, got some falsies and it messed up his voice a little bit.
Wow, he shouldn't have gotten the dentures then. He shouldn't have gotten dentures.
I think he's been doing the voice for so long. He's probably just changing. He's changing.
And maybe.
Because that would be a dumb move to purposely change his voice, don't you think?
I think, but they always seem to have processed it up a little bit. They pitched it up a little.
Maybe they have some reasoning for why they do it then.
Maybe.
I think it was harder to understand
cost effective. I don't know. I don't know. I liked it better when it was kind of higher and kind of goofy.
I bet it's not a cost issue, though. Those guys are fucking financial.
I don't think so either.
Financial something.
Time issue? I don't know.
We still got two things to do. We got the Frozen T-shirt thing with Sean Hannity, and we also have a really good Louis C.K. clip from Leno.
Yeah.
And maybe a couple other things we'll squeeze in there before the end of the show.
The Opie and Anthony Show is back. Tighten your sphincter.
All right, let's finally get to Sean Hannity. So that Frozen T-shirt thing has been all the rage.
All the rage.
During this polar vortex.
Oh, the polar vortex.
Are we still in the polar vortex?
I think we are.
Yeah. Nice.
The news just loved saying that. It was that perfect news phrase thing.
Right.
Because it's kind of new. It's scary sounding. So the news just runs with it. People are like, oh, did you hear? Polar vortex.
And then they fucked up in Buffalo. They sent a lot of people to Buffalo because they were having a blizzard, the first blizzard since '93, I want to say.
Yeah.
Which is incredible to me because when I was up in Buffalo, it seemed like there was a blizzard every other fucking week.
Just lake effects? Just lake effects?
Not much lake effect snow because the lake has frozen over.
Oh, that's right. You need fucking water.
You get the lake effect snow before that thing freezes over. Thus then, less snow totals after the lake freezes. But,
meteorologist Greg Hughes.
It's hilarious, though, because they spend all that money sending people assuming this is going to be the spot.
Right, yeah.
And then it's sort of a bust. Because they were saying at first, and maybe someone could give me an update, that Buffalo was going to get 3 feet of snow. That's ridiculous. I was up there for some of those. It's unbelievable to see that much snow. It's incredible. It's kind of fun, actually, to see.
Yeah.
But then they had the dumb blonde up there. I think it was CNN. And she's like, well, we got 8 inches.
Yeah, it happens.
Totals are a little less. And then they try to still spin how bad it still is. But it's not bad at that point. It's just a regular snowstorm for those people. They
get more in the coming days.
But Buffalo has seen 8 inches of snow 1,000,000 times in their lifetime.
Yeah.
But they paid for everyone to go up there, so they feel like we got
obligated to stand.
We got to do something.
8 inches of snow and freeze some T-shirts.
Unless it's changed since then, but that's what was going on in Buffalo last night when I was watching.
Yeah.
But with that said, the news stations, to show you how cold it's been, they decided to go with this frozen T-shirt thing because none of them have originality whatsoever. So one station comes up with the great bit, quote. I mean, if you saw it one time, you'd be like, oh, all right, that's kind of different and whatever. But then you see station after station after station doing the exact same fucking thing. And we beat the shit out of everyone yesterday. And then you guys tweeted all of us saying, Sean Hannity is doing the frozen T-shirt tonight, meaning last night.
He did indeed.
And I couldn't be bothered by it, to be honest with you. But we have it here for everybody.
Is that Timothy Oliphant? Is he that tall? Is he a tall drink of water, as they say?
Media destination. Media.
Why would he look in and remember, even though he's done the show?
Oh.
Media destination.
It might not be
him. That
it looked like him.
I don't think that's him. That doesn't look like him.
It kind of looked like his face.
Let's find out who that guy was. We are a media destination.
Was that guy?
We have to be on this
Wouldn't
shit.
Roland know?
No. Roland thought a guy wanding us was Jay-Z.
What?
At the MTV thing. I told you I did that junket a long time ago.
I forgot about that. Yes, I do remember now.
That's fucking funny.
That's not him. It's some guy named Jeff Stoltz. He's an actor.
Yeah.
Eric's brother? Oh, I have no idea.
What does he act in?
The Finder. He was in Seventh Heaven.
Oh, yeah.
Let me see. Pop up the pic.
Yeah, he's got a show.
He's got a show.
We have a show.
All right.
Yeah, but you didn't say yes to him. He's not.
But we have a show.
He's not.
So why is he a big deal?
He would come in anytime and do the show.
I'm not saying we want him.
Yeah, fuck him.
He has a show. Like, he's this big thing. We have a show.
No, I'm saying that's why he's here.
What?
Because he has a show coming.
Well, good for him. We're here, too, because we have a show.
Yeah, but
that's
you
what we
didn't
do.
take him.
Well, why would we? We're doing our show. Why would we do his show?
Is that his chick?
That's Stacy Keebler.
Oh. He does our...
Wait, the Keebs is with this guy?
The show.
I don't know if they're dating.
Right.
Wait, I missed it.
I
missed it, what?
It's the voice of our show.
Oh. All right. That's
terrible. Yeah.
All right, anyway, so let's do the Sean Hannity.
All right.
Enough with the guy that also has a show. Good for him.
Care less about.
Right.
It's called Enlisted.
Oh, that's the
Our
new
show's
show.
called Opie and Anthony. Who cares?
You're not competing.
All right, well, let's just move on with our show and not worry about his. He does what he does and we do what we do. It's fine.
You stop to look at him and talk about him.
I was cool with it until I found out he had a show also.
What'd you think?
Got such a bad cough still.
Let's do this. This is Sean Hannity last night. Oh, yes. Sean, we love you, buddy, but what? You're better than this.
What are you doing?
You never want to be the last guy to do the bit everyone's doing.
Yeah, the last guy.
That guy almost looked like Tom Cruise.
I think it was Tom Cruise.
Did you see that?
Oh, my God.
He almost looked...
wait, no, it's some guy.
If you guys can't keep focus, I'm going to shut the curtains.
It's some guy. It's not Tom Cruise.
We're a media destination, so we're on high alert.
You don't have to be on high alert. You approve and disapprove of guests in advance.
I'm a big fan of grabbing these guys as they walk by. It's way better.
It is.
It's less informal.
Because then you go, oh, that's right, he's famous.
It's nice.
Right.
We can just keep him as long as we want. Get them out.
That's right.
Oh, so
it doesn't have to be a thing. All of a sudden it becomes a thing.
A thing.
When you book a guest, you have to do like 20, 25, 30 minutes.
Yeah.
When you just find somebody in the hall, you could do 3 minutes.
3 minutes and then get the fuck out of our studio.
Right? Beautiful.
Yeah. Okay.
That's what I'm talking about.
Keeping it rare.
We do keep it rare.
Keep it rare.
All right, so Sean Hannity.
This is Ainsley Earhart on his show.
What?
So?
How many body parts is that?
So.
Why do I need to know her name?
It's not for you. It's for the audience.
What kind of knowledge? What am I going to do with that knowledge?
You don't have to do anything. But now the audience knows.
Oh.
And they're saying who gives a fuck, too.
So forget the name then.
Thank you.
Was over. It is 9 degrees on my phone here, but if you look at that map that you just showed, Sean, -6 degrees here with the wind. So this is the Sean Hannity wet T-shirt contest.
Whoa, show us your tits.
Wow.
When did you want that?
Earlier, but we're going to show you
on
how quickly a T-shirt will freeze. Watch this. This bucket is full of water. We have our Fox
By the way,
News
could you
T-shirt
pause
here.
this?
We're dousing it with water.
I just want everybody to know this did not work like they wanted it to.
Why?
She was hoping this would freeze a lot faster.
Oh, this part?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
Because 9 degrees is a big difference. You really need it.
You need like below zero.
And that shit goes a lot faster.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Yes. And you see Sean start to get a little concerned.
She doesn't understand basic science, is what you're saying?
She does not understand. She thought it was like a cartoon where you throw a bucket of water on the cartoon cat, and all of a sudden he's in a literal block of ice.
Oh, that's great.
She kind of thought that's what was going to happen.
All right, good spin here.
Yeah.
The no spin zone.
And it's going to freeze. Let's see.
No,
let's. Still looks wet, Ainsley.
She's picking up on.
It doesn't take long, Sean. It doesn't take long.
Wow, look
at this.
What? That
it's freezing already. You can tell.
No, we can't tell.
With a T-shirt that's wet. While that's getting frozen.
Yeah.
We have a video of a man throwing water in the air, and it instantly is freezing. Watch this. This is fascinating.
Why is it fascinating?
Isn't that incredible? It's boiling water.
Yeah, and it becomes snow.
Right,
that
and
is kind of cool,
who discovered this? It was a student. I was reading about this earlier. A student was making homemade ice cream, and
she's trying to
heated
freeze
the
that
milk,
shirt.
and they realized that the ice cream
putting it
froze
up against her
quickly
pussy?
when the milk was hot.
I was wondering. I was watching you all on New Year's Eve, and I was wondering how at some point your mouth has to start freezing and you can't speak, but that didn't happen.
Look.
Oh no, Sean!
This shirt's not even close to frozen.
It was really
going to
cold.
freeze in a
We're
second.
going to go to our segment, and when we're going to come back by the end of the segment, we're going to look and see if. Is that now frozen?
Yeah, look.
All right, we'll come back to that segment. We'll get an update on all of that. And while temperatures continue to hit historic lows, it seems as though the freezing cold weather is getting some.
It really was an epic failure.
And she was trying the old, intern with the fucking eye patch thing when we made him finally take it off, and he goes, see right here.
Yeah,
and there was nothing going on. That's what she was doing. Like, see,
She's like, look, it's freezing. No, it's not freezing.
Yo, search!
That's not.
Is that Search?
No, he did a phoner.
Search? What?
Who's that guy then?
Who's that? That looks like Search.
No, that's the guy who runs
Search
State
talking
45.
to Brewer?
Oh.
That looks like Brewer and Search.
That's Reef.
Oh, that is a great clip. It wasn't even close to getting.
Not even close.
The teacher wasn't close to getting hard.
When she's conveying that compelling story of the guy making ice cream,
right?
You could see they have her from about the waist up in the shot, and you see her arms moving down. She's like trying to fan the shirt to try to get it to freeze.
And nothing.
It doesn't work that way.
No.
All right, we have Louis C.K., our old pal, Louis C.K. He was on Leno, huh?
Yeah, he did Leno.
What happened?
Last night or the night before? He's in American Hustle.
Right.
Yes.
I haven't seen American Hustle. I got a screener.
Pretty goddamn good.
It's good. It's really good.
And I'll tell you, both the girls in it are very sexy.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Who are the girls in that?
Jennifer Lawrence and that.
Oh, right, of course.
And then, what's her name?
And
Adams.
Amy Adams.
Amy Adams.
Oh, Amy Adams, too.
Amy Adams looks really sexy in that fucking movie.
The titties look good.
Yeah.
And she had him out for a good part of the movie.
It really, and she looked very hot. And then that fucking Hunger Games girl looked really good, too. She didn't look like the girl from the Hunger Games, though.
But she couldn't maintain a Long Island accent at all.
No, it's very hard to do, really. You gotta be honest. It's very hard.
She's not good.
One of my favorite roles where a girl had to portray a Long Island accent was the Amy Fisher movie.
I knew you were going to say that.
Of course. And it was the one with...
Drew Barrymore?
No. But Drew Barrymore was terrible in it, too.
Right.
No, Big Tits. Yeah, Jennifer.
Big Tits. My mom wasn't an actress.
Mom has big tits?
Alyssa Milano. Alyssa
Big
Milano did Big Tits.
Right.
She had a horrible fake Long Island accent. Drew Barrymore's was bad, too, though.
Can we get a little clip of that?
Of Alyssa Milano's?
Yeah,
I wish. Which one was that called? Long Island Lolita or Death at Your Doorstep or fucking... There were 3, right? Didn't each network?
I think there was 3.
ABC, CBS?
I think that was the deal. They all wanted to make their own.
All had one.
I believe.
That guy would play Joey. What a Fuco. Remember how great these were? Casualties of Love, the Long Island Lolita.
Hey, Joe!
They didn't live.
You shaved your beard! I didn't even recognize
Oh, this is so bad.
It's me. It's the old me.
So, how do you feel?
Great. Mary Jo, I'm taking it one day at a time, and I'm feeling better than ever. The kids know I'm coming home today.
Yeah. You know, they think you've been in Florida on business.
Who was this guy?
Well, I missed them a lot, too.
And what part of the story is this?
My drug addiction is like a disease of the...
He's getting cleaned up. Joey.
Before the shooting?
Oh, yeah.
Is it? Yeah?
Don't we want the Lolita?
Look at that
coming up.
fucking
We want
dude.
the Lolitas.
Yeah,
What year was this?
This is the Lolita.
What year did this movie come out?
I'm going to guess 93.
Oh, look the hell.
That's about right.
This must be this nutcase's daughter.
You know what I want to say? I think the guy playing Joey Buttafuoco is the guy that wrote the note on Seinfeld for the massages.
Was it fancy enough?
I think he's the doctor that wrote the note and got in trouble.
This must be the kid.
Well, looks like him.
Hi, how you doing? Hi.
Hi. I think my father was in here yesterday.
In
here yesterday?
For your car.
What color did he want?
Let me ask you something. What color do you want?
Black. Black would be great.
Black. We got black.
Well, I kind of got another problem. I was wondering if I could show it to you guys.
Yeah. What happened?
Well, I was backing out of my garage and I kind of like crashed against the side.
Crashed.
I can't tell my
No,
father what
it's
really
crashed,
happened
you
because,
fucking
like, I
dumb
just got
whore.
my learner's permit and my mother might make him take the car away. See, she didn't want him to give me one right away.
Maybe that's not him.
It's not that bad.
No, it's pretty bad if you're from Long Island. Yeah. She puts that like crashed. They don't say crash. It's crash. She said fucking crash. I remember when I got one of those shirts, complete auto body. I went down at the fucking shop and got it from Joey himself.
Wow.
I walked in there and I was like, hey, can I get a complete auto body shirt? And he's like, hey, what are you, extra large? Because I'm a fucking skinny piece of shit.
Did you pretend you were going to shoot him?
No, I didn't have a gun. I was in a fucking work van. I just pulled up because I was around there, and I was like, oh, I'll get one of the shirts.
Get one of those.
And I got one. Fucking Long Island fucking royalty. Can we see the Drew Barrymore one? Maybe that's even worse. I remember these movies. What an event. They got huge ratings. And like
really
everybody loved that story,
93-ish.
man. Yeah, 93. Oh, man.
Somewhere around there.
What? It's dubbed. The Amy Fisher story.
By the way, that wasn't the doctor from...
It wasn't. No.
But he was in A Woman Scorned, the Betty Broderick story.
Oh. All right.
Now we're talking.
I don't care if you're Betty Broderick Crawford. You can't drive this piece of shit on my highway.
This is it?
Look at the whole...
Hope you're intending to clean up in there.
Let's go. I care. I love you.
I need my pills.
This isn't love. It's insanity.
Roseanne, my pills.
Shut up.
What is this? This is a compilation.
Yeah.
Here. Amy.
Here. Is she going to talk? Mm-hmm. She was good in Poison Ivy.
Real good.
You know who's in there? Tom Skerritt.
Really?
Fucked her on the piano stool.
I'm done with my chores.
My chores.
What do you think you're doing?
Yeah, hers is not good.
Hi.
Hi. That was good.
Yeah. Oh, God. Yeah, those are great, though. Oh, I remember the excitement all over Long Island. That one. What a great, dumb fucking soap opera that played out for a while.
A long time.
That whole
got all
story.
these movies and everything.
Movies, and then the story continued with, like, Joey fucking, was he getting arrested? Was he not? And then he finally did, and then she accused her lawyer of fucking her or something. Like, it was literally like soap opera writing.
Yeah.
But it was real life. Fucking great.
Yeah.
Good old days.
93 was great for those stories.
Oh, yeah.
Like, there was like...
And it was a current affair was out, so it was all that real bad tabloid shit.
It wasn't that it was 93. It was one after another is what you're trying to say.
Yeah,
so
that's...
Amy Fisher, then it went Tanya Harding.
Yeah.
Then it went OJ.
Yeah.
OJ.
And then there's another one in there, too. One after another, just over-the-top crazy.
There was some
shit.
good scandal. There was, what's his name, that fucking boring English actor, fucking the hooker.
Hugh Grant.
Hugh Grant.
Hugh Grant.
Yeah.
It was like 92 to 95.
Eddie Murphy with the fucking tranny.
Well, he just got pulled over dropping. He didn't get caught actually.
I'm not talking about you. You don't have to defend him.
Oh no, I'm just saying. Oh no, believe me. Yeah. I think I've never had that nightmare of looking up and seeing fucking squad car lights.
Oh really?
How do you explain that?
Oh,
telltale rap of a police flashlight on the window.
The old mag light tapping on the window. The universal symbol for, or a hand signal for roll down the window.
Put that away.
Have her put that away. Holy shit. Jimmy. Yeah.
I have to clear something up, too.
Oh, what's that?
If you want to do Louis first, I'll do it after.
Oh, let's tease it.
Clear something up.
We'll keep everybody guessing.
We were talking about American Hustle.
Yes.
Oh, right. What about
it? In it? And Jennifer Lawrence couldn't maintain it. She didn't do a bad accent. She couldn't maintain it, though.
Yeah.
There was a movie I saw recently. They couldn't maintain the accent.
Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves?
Nope.
No.
Keep guessing.
Dangerous Mind?
New York accent?
Yep.
Taxi Driver.
Actor or actress?
Both.
Oh, shit. Actor?
The one with Scarlett Johansson and the other guy?
Holy
John?
Holy, how the fuck did you get that?
Because I saw the trailer for it. I'm very good. I was voted boy most likely to guess an accent/movie reference in high school.
Based on a trailer?
No, based on the trailer, I think I came in 48th.
There's nothing worse.
Stupid.
There's nothing worse when you know the actors are struggling with the accent and you just notice.
Yeah, it's distracting.
Some of these people are flawless and you don't even think about it whatsoever. Then I don't know what it is that does that, but
like Sons of Anarchy, the lead guy on that show is like British,
right? Yeah.
And as the seasons have gone on, it's gotten worse.
Oh, really? You're just giving up on it
more and more.
Yeah,
we nailed it though. Don Juan, which was
Don John.
Don John.
Yeah, look out! They put a little spin on it.
Oh, I see.
Yeah,
Movie
Don John. I watched some of it in Atlantic City.
It's horrible.
I watched it from start to finish.
And what's his name? Who's like has a second career going? He wrote that thing, right?
Joey Gordon-Levitt wrote and directed it.
Oh, Scarlett Johansson was horrible in that.
Everybody was terrible in it. Except Tony Danza was
Tony Danza was pretty good.
That was pretty interesting.
But he was in here and barely promoted that he was in that movie, if you remember.
He knew
and he goes, oh, yeah, well, I'm also in this movie, Don John.
Yeah, he was...
But he was a pig, man. It was hilarious.
It's always weird to see him in those, like,
he was just looking at her ass.
Yeah.
Like, he brings Scarlett Johansson to, mom and dad's house, and Tony Danza's playing the father, and he's just creeping the whole time.
Yeah, like a wife beater on or something.
Yeah. He's looking at her ass as she's walking out of the room. And then he's looking at her crotch in church.
Yeah.
But then the movie made no sense.
It was stupid.
Then the ending, I don't maybe people want to see it.
Yeah, it actually looked good in the trailer, but I have seen nothing but the trailer.
Basically, the guy can't stop jerking off and looking at porn. It just kind of messes up his life.
Right. But in the end,
then he figures out what real sex is and real love, I guess. And
it kind of says nothing in the end, though. Like, it just sits there.
Yeah, I think so, too.
I did see the end. You're right.
Yeah.
But anyway, American Hustle, Louis C.K.
And Louis great in that movie. by the way.
I'm starting to think that Louis is becoming a huge star.
He's getting there.
I'm starting to think.
He's on the upswing.
There's some rumblings that it might be working out for him.
He's making a splash.
Oh, my God, is he? A cannonball.
He has. He tells a story in the movie about ice fishing.
Okay.
Yes.
That we never get the ending of.
Never get the end.
Okay.
So he went on Leno and talked about that.
Oh, okay.
I had very little to do in the movie originally. In the script, I just said like a few lines. But then I got to the set and he said, I want you to tell a story about ice fishing throughout the whole movie. And I was like, what? And so he just made it up. He just, like, I swear he thought, you know what, tell an ice fishing story. And I'm like, what? So we made up this ice fishing story as we went along. As we shot the movie, I'd tell a little bit more. And then the next scene we'd shoot, he'd be like, so what happens next, do you think, in the ice fishing story? I'm like, I don't know. This is your idea. So we just kept telling, and then he didn't use the ending. There is an ending.
Oh, there is an ending?
Yeah, because people always ask me now in the streets,
so
what's the end of the ice fishing
What is
story?
the ending?
The story is that me and my the brother of the character are out on the ice, and it's too early to be ice fishing, and our dad is coming, and it's very dramatic. Right. And the ending is that the brother, took a dump on the ice. Took a big, that's the ending. He took a big anger dump on the ice, and then it melted into the ice, and it stuck in there through the whole winter, and it created a fissure between my father and brother, and I was stuck in the middle. You know, that's what happened. That's the end of the ice fishing story.
I can honestly say I'm sorry I asked.
That's kind of nice to know. I was wondering about that ice fishing.
I never would have guessed that.
Yeah, I didn't see it
going.
No,
I haven't seen the movie
yet
yet
at all.
Now you see it in a whole other context.
Yeah.
When you see it.
I got a lot of movies to watch at home. Holy shit, that's definitely Search.
Well, no, that's just some fat guy who works here.
That wasn't Search either?
No.
Fuck.
No.
I don't think Search is coming in today, huh? It was a phoner?
It was a phoner. It's already done.
Oh.
Can you keep it real on the phone, though?
No, I don't think so.
I don't think you can.
No.
I don't think so.
That's a shame.
I don't really think you can.
No way.
Keeping it raw.
Oh, Jimmy's got something.
Jimmy.
Yeah, yesterday I was, and then, you know, I have a love-hate with some of the fans because some of them just get it so wrong. Some fucking dumb twats on Reddit.
Well, they just want to hear what they want to hear. They don't listen.
But Chris, I'd done Chris Hardwick's podcast a while ago in August to promote my special.
Oh,
and
yes.
my publicist, I don't even know if she had tried or I asked her to, and she's like, well, it's a few months. They book really far in advance. So I just texted Chris and said, if you can. And they had me on, which I felt good about. It's a massive podcast, and I did all the podcasts when I was out there. And then it didn't air. So I was getting like these texts from people or tweets from fans going, hey, when did you know this podcast, Andy? When'd you know? So I was like, well, I don't know. And so I would ask my manager, and he's like, oh, you know, Jim, they said they're going to. Yes, you know, that's just more non-committal nonsense. So then yesterday, I found out, like while we were on the air, that it came out this week. Because I got a bunch of Nerdist tweets. And so it annoyed me, like, fuck, man, like, why'd they wait 5 months?
Because you could use it, you know, when you needed it.
Yeah, but, and so I complained about that, but I didn't and I went out of my way to say, I'm not going to motherfuck Hardwick, and I didn't motherfuck Chris Hardwick. I was bothered by it, because I'm like, we've had the guy on, and why would he, like, I felt like, he didn't want me on, but he just did it to be polite. So I kind of felt like a douche more than I would have rather he said no than just have me on to be polite. And I've seen his list he gets really good guests. He's had Harrison Ford, Tom Hanks. I'm not delusional where I expect to be bumped, to bump those. I'm not a fucking dummy. But anyway, I didn't motherfuck Chris. I was just bummed about it. And like, shit, why did they have me on if he didn't want me? But anyway, you know, of course, in translation, so Chris wrote me a really nice email, and he addressed it on Reddit. He's a really nice guy, and he said he's sorry, and it was just a big mix-up. And he said, truthfully, he goes, I wasn't thinking about the start date. And we had a bunch of people we had already committed to run certain dates because you have to commit to them. And I basically just put you in the evergreen thing because I wasn't thinking, and I apologize. So, you know, of course, it was just a mix-up.
I bet the fans were very sympathetic of that.
But he said something that was right. He goes, dude, if you had a problem, I wish you could have just reached out to me. And I normally would have. I just literally yesterday got it while I was on the air, and I reacted. So I apologize for doing that. I should have at least had the courtesy to reach out to Chris personally first. But, you know, any fans that are saying I motherfucked the guy, believe me, if I was going to motherfuck him, I would have. And that wasn't what it was. I really was more annoyed at my management for the lack of information coming in. And I just was very frustrated with that. Like, if Jonathan had told me or anything, hey, yeah, we talked to them. And but Jonathan was just like, oh, no, I get a call in. Like, oh, just more of this fucking vagary. So anyway, thank you for the email, Chris. And I should have reached out to you first. And I do appreciate you reaching out to me. Thank you.
So obviously, we have a major problem with Chris Hardwick.
Wasn't it funny how that stuff?
What? That's what I heard. I'm just being a listener now. What? We have a major problem, right?
Problem.
And I've motherfucked people, and it's like I never think it's ambiguous when I motherfuck somebody.
Yeah, it's pretty obvious.
I never think that I'm that subtle when I truly motherfuck someone.
You got to work on your subtleties, I think.
You know what I mean?
Not that subtle.
Yes.
I try. People usually know where I stand on things, and I was just more disappointed. You know, look, and then if you show like, fuck me, I feel kind of shitty about that, or like a dick, or like I just feel like he was being polite, and I'm slightly embarrassed by that. Then people are like, oh, he's a fucking pussy. But then again, if you have no feelings about something, you're an asshole. You can't win.
There's no winning.
No, with the anonymous.
Yeah.
There's only a few of the people. It's not.
I disagree. There is winning. Know how we win?
Block?
No, we look at our bank accounts.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Oh, that's an elitist point of view. You're a 1%er.
Am I?
SeaWorld. Search.
Really?
That's Club Soda Ken.
No, dude, right there.
He's right there.
The corner. Yo, search.
He's right there.
You got your A.
Here he is.
That's actually our talent booker, Roland.
Oh.
That's Roland.
Oh, I thought that was Search without his glasses.
Yeah, no, that's Roland.
Different. That's different.
Quite different.
More big acts are leading the SeaWorld people.
I saw that. I guess one of the airlines, was that Southwest? They painted a big fucking killer whale and made one of their planes look like a SeaWorld killer whale, and I guess people are pissed.
Wait, they're mad at
I like Southwest I guess they took some advertising or something like that.
SeaWorld is going to have no choice. They're going to have to get rid of the killer whales. And do they have a business at that point?
And
I used to love going to
SeaWorld
down in Florida with my little nephew.
It's not just that. It's,
No, I know they got other
shit. Dolphins, and then it's the fucking...
But the killer whales is the big attraction for those.
We've never taken a mother from her kid. And I'm thinking, who has more of a motive to lie? Some documentary people, they get all of these ex-employees to work, or the company that's going to lose millions.
Yep.
So I think it's the company with more motives to lie.
And then recently they had a vote on CNN, I think it was.
Right.
Do you think that the documentary had any effect on whether you would go to SeaWorld or not?
Right.
And the no won. The no is like, no, it wouldn't have an effect. I'd still go. And then they noticed a lot of the same IP addresses.
No way.
And it came
really?
It came from one of SeaWorld's computers.
Come on.
So oh, my God, Jimmy, that was one of yours.
No, it wasn't.
That was so bad.
No, it wasn't.
Who was it? Oh, no, it was Opie. God damn it.
I'm laughing, but no.
I don't really...
I think Jim's acting.
Yeah, I think you're acting.
When have I ever truly done a fart?
You always do.
My farting's way down.
That was really bad, Jimmy. Oh, my God.
My nose picking and my farting is way down.
That's an excellent line if you ever put out a singles ad again.
It's way down. Oh, my God, Jimmy, that is yours.
It's so bad.
I know yours.
Yeah.
That is so yours.
You know how you know it's one of mine? Because I'm looking at 2 tenths in the front of the jeans.
Oh, that's what it is.
Oh, my
It's got that hint of jizz smell to it.
That's not my burp.
I believe we're talking. I believe we're talking 9% alcohol on this one.
Yeah, you think?
Yeah, it's an IPA.
So 6 points. Fucking.
Yeah, I think it's a 6 point. Okay, with a hint of vanilla.
Yuck.
Yeah.
What happened?
Somebody on Reddit just posted who's following MC Search.
What?
On Twitter,
right.
Who's following MC Search?
Let me
see. It says followed by.
Is Joe DeRosa really following him?
Yeah, because Joe DeRosa's a big
Joe's
hip-hop
a hip-hop guy. I bet Joe fucking
wow, they really look the same, man.
I bet back in the day, Joe thought he was like...
I mean, they're a big, important...
That's funny.
It's probably like, damn. Yeah.
How go to Weasel?
You know one act that's not going to blow off SeaWorld?
What act?
First supergroup Asia.
No, they won't.
They're not going to blow up fucking SeaWorld. They have loyalty. They understand.
Did you hear E-Rock rapping yesterday?
I heard that. Oh, my God.
Why was he rapping?
His mouth around a hoagie.
Never ends.
I did. He was rapping some third base.
He knows all the words to Pop Goes the Weasel.
So why wouldn't you give us that clip for the regular show?
Uh-oh.
That's some shit we need.
Because he needs material for the pre and post show.
I don't know what I'm doing.
Post, go into the pre.
Whatever it is. But, yeah, that was entertainment, man. I was listening, and I thought, holy fuck, E-Rock's fucking... He was spitting some fucking shit there.
Some rhymes?
Yes.
Dope beats.
Can we have that for tomorrow?
Dope.
We have it right now.
No, we're going home. Right.
Well, that's okay.
Man, we're going home.
You can definitely have it for tomorrow.
Thank you, Sam. And we got to do the secrets of the living dolls. Man dresses as a female doll and lives his life.
Living dolls.
We'll do that
I saw some of that. Like I was looking online, but I hate that my iPhone just doesn't play some shit. You hit the fucking video and it's like, oh, thanks for nothing. And yeah, I wanted to see that. When guys like dress like girls, Jimmy, a lot of times they don't look like women. So I guess they decided to do this thing where they encase themselves completely in a doll kind of a costume. It's all rubber, like rubber face, rubber fucking body, rubber everything, like a doll.
They look like a real doll.
It
like
looks
one of those
crazy.
Sex dolls.
Wait, can I just see that really fast? That sounds creepy.
They look like fucking monsters.
That sounds like some serial killer shit.
Yes, it's nightmarish. Definitely.
And what? This is becoming a thing?
I don't know how big a thing it's becoming, but
it
is creepy looking. Gotta tell you.
Is it like the Furbies or the whatever? What were they?
Furries?
The furries. Furries, yeah. Remember the furries? You were supposed to go to one of those conventions.
Oh, look at this. Dude, they look fucking frightening.
What?
Could you imagine that thing like peeking in a window? You'd fucking drop dead.
All right, we're really going to get into this tomorrow.
It's a whole face mask and body covering thing. They're complete rubber,
right?
Like a doll. And they, you know.
What the fuck is going on out there?
There's some weird people out there. Gotta say. And that's what we'll be presenting tomorrow's broadcast.
James,
wonderful program.
Yes, I might as well plug now. Friday, my Pittsburgh tickets go on sale if you want for February 28th. And then this weekend, I'm in Raleigh at Good Nights. And then January 23 through 25, Atlanta. February 6th through 8, D.C. And then AC, 14th of February 15th is sold out.
I like saying 2 pickets to Pittsburgh. How funny is that, right?
Good one.
Yeah, that's fun.
See you tomorrow.
Later.
The Opie and Anthony Show is drawn to a close. Stay tuned to reflect, relive, and get the story behind the story of the finest moments of today's show. Sam Roberts' Opie and Anthony post-show begins in moments.